What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along FA Cup football today, people. The magic of the FA Cup, Portsmouth against Arsenal. This actually, over the years, would have been a Premier League game. You know, Portsmouth got quite a good history of the Premier League, and you think back to, I actually remember watching them in the Europa League years ago. I think Ronaldinho scored a free kick for AC Milan at Fratton Park. I think David James was in goal for Portsmouth, and they've got quite a good history in the Premier League. They actually won the FA Cup, I think, under Harry Redknapp. So, yeah, looking forward to the game. And I'm going to be a lot more relaxed today. I hope, anyway, because I'm expecting it to be, I won't say straightforward, but I'm expecting Arsenal to win without giving us too many problems. Listen, the handcuffs have been released. Waneri is out of Mikel Arteta jail, people. I cannot believe it. He is playing a game of football for Arsenal. It's unbelievable. Yeah, and Eze's back from AFCON. You know what I mean? An AFCON he didn't even go to, but you would think he was at AFCON, the way he's hardly played for us in recent weeks. Let's go through the lineup. Then we'll get in some stories. There's quite a lot of transfer news or rumours going around as well. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Hype up the video afterwards as well, people. Someone's paid Ethan's bail. I like that one. I like that one. That's crazy. Yeah, I saw that. There's an article. I don't know what newspaper outlet, but yeah, they were really dissing Gyökeres, saying he's the worst signing of the season and blah, blah, blah. I don't agree with that, but is what it is. Big up Paddy O'Connor, who said, "Hi, Big C, currently working in Belfast. We'll have you on the phone in the game on the big screen. It's a great day. Happy Sunday to the community." Big up yourself, Paddy. What else would you do? You mute the TV, you listen to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do, people. It makes sense. You know, you listen to some of these commentators as well, Sam Matterface, and man, mute that. The Arsenal team, people, is Kepa in goal. He comes in for David Raya. Ben White plays at right back. Jurriën Timber drops down to the bench. No problem with that. Lewis-Skelly plays at left back. Would have liked to have seen him in midfield, but we're obviously very short of players in defence at the moment. No Calafiori, no Mosquera, and also no Nkapie as well, who's out of injury. Sorry. So Norgard comes in at centre-back today. We saw him there in the Champions League. He looked okay there. And Gabriel continues at centre-back alongside Gabriel Magalhaes. So it will be Gabriel and Norgard. Listen, I expect that to be strong enough against Portsmouth. You never know, but I'd be disappointed if that wasn't enough for us to deal with them. The midfield is a surprise, a pleasant surprise. Marino, although I'm not too sure about that, but obviously he was going to play in midfield. And then Eze and Ethan Waneri as both the attacking midfielders, which is exciting. And they need to perform. Because if Eze doesn't play well today, for the foreseeable, you're sitting on the bench. He needs to come in and play well today and put a little bit of pressure on Odegaard. And Waneri, I'm actually surprised that Ethan's playing today because, as I've said all week, if Ethan's going on loan, apparently people saying he could be going to Bournemouth or Brentford. Surely they would say we don't want him to be cup-tied. Now, there is a story going around today online that Ethan doesn't want to go on loan, that he wants to stay until the end of the season and fight for his place, which I respect. I respect it. And I wonder if him and Arteta have come to an agreement that they're not going to loan him out, which is why they're playing him today. You know, because I don't know, it just seems quite interesting that he's playing. But I really hope Ethan has a good game today as well. The front three, Noni Madueke, Gabriel Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus. So a change there up front. Personally, I think it's the right decision to put Jesus up front. I think Gyökeres needs to come out of the team. He's not performing well at the moment. Sometimes you need to sit down and, take a bit of a break and look at things from a different perspective. And yeah, Gyökeres will be on the bench. The Arsenal bench, David Raya, Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Jurriën Timber, Victor Gyökeres, Declan Rice, Salmon, Zubimendi, and Kai Havertz. According to reports, Saliba has just been rested. Nothing to worry about there. I was actually hoping a couple of others wouldn't be in the squad as well, but maybe we're a little short of options. But good to see Kai Havertz back on the bench. He's been out since August, and it's good to see him back. We want everybody back. Whether you fully rate a player or not, I want to see this manager with a full squad to choose from. And he's back. And yeah, no Leandro Trossard, by the way. Yeah, Trossard and Saliba are the two players that have been rested. I did check, and it says they've just been rested. Nothing to do with an injury. I'm surprised that he sort of chose Trossard, because Trossard doesn't play every week, and he rotates a lot with Martinelli. I thought maybe Declan Rice or a Saka would have been the ones that you would have actually left out of the squad completely. Yeah, I'm looking here online. It says Trossard and Saliba left out of the squad. No injury concerns, just rested. Personally, yeah, I would have maybe liked seeing Declan Rice left out of the squad. But listen, it is what it is. Strong team, should be good enough to beat Portsmouth. Very strong bench. Saka, Rice, Gyökeres, Odegaard, Zubimendi, Havertz. Loads of players there on the bench that can come in and help us as well. A bit disappointed the 17-year-old striker's not in the squad. Anus, is it? Yeah, I think he's playing under 21s, under 23s at the moment. Big up to everyone locked in. Glam said, finally, Waneri. He's finally been let out of Arteta jail, people. Big up to you, man. Member for 16 months. Big up to Fitzjoseph, the legend. I really do feel for Lewis-Skelly, as he is not a left-back. Do you know what it is, Fitz? And I'll be honest with you. I think that sometimes you've got to make it where you can make it. Now, I think Lewis-Skelly is a midfielder, and I think he should be getting game time in midfield. We're not overloaded with centre midfielders. But you look at somebody like Trent. Trent was a centre midfielder. They called him the new Steven Gerrard. Nathaniel Klein gets a long-term injury. Trent goes in at right back. The rest is history. You know, you look at Maitland-Niles. If he'd have actually said, okay, I'll concentrate on being a fullback, he might still be at Arsenal. He was desperate to play in midfield. It never happened for him. So, on one hand, yeah, I totally agree with you. Skelly is not a left-back, and he should really be getting game time left 8. But also, Skelly's got to be careful that if he doesn't improve at left-back, and this manager doesn't give him the opportunities in midfield because of Zubimendi, because of Rice, because of Norgard and Marino, maybe they sign another midfielder, he could end up getting sold from Arsenal. So I do think there's a bit of a sort of, he needs to have a thought and he needs to have a conversation with Arteta. Like, am I actually going to get an opportunity to play in midfield at this club? Because he doesn't seem to at the moment, which is a shame. But yeah, Saka started as a left back, and now look, yeah, but yeah, I have been. What Afcon's getting decent now, to be fair as well. Yeah, same as Maitland-Niles, exactly. TT said, "Play up, Pompey. Love the channel cut. It's going to be a feisty atmosphere at Fratton Park." Yeah, it's. Leeds have just equalised against Derby in the early kickoff FA Cup. Yeah, Fratton Park, man, back in the day, it was always a good atmosphere, close to the pitch, down on the coast, very noisy. Obviously, over the last few years, they've fallen down the leagues. They're back in the Championship, but they're struggling at the moment in the Championship. I think they're in the bottom 3. Big up Brian Brooklyn. He says, big up Curtis, watching you from a flight to San Diego, working there for 10 weeks. So early football settings, West Coast businessman. Hoping for no stress, lots of goals. Jesus should be the captain. I believe, forgive me on this, I believe Mikel Merino is the captain today. Have I got this wrong? I'm sure I just saw that Merino was captain. I don't understand why Gabriel Magalhaes isn't the captain, but I think I just saw. Yeah. Mikel Merino will captain the side today, Really don't get that one, but for whatever reason, he doesn't see Gabriel as a leader. Maybe I noticed on the tour that him and Marino, they talk a lot. You know, I'm not just saying this now. Like, there's a lot of time during the training. He's off the pitch. You can see them arms crossed. They're laughing, joking. It's his compadre, isn't it? You know, it's his compadre. So, yeah, man, it's Marino as skipper today. Total Hits, you got the shirt. Glad you picked up. Apologies for the delay. I obviously, when I sent it, I've paid for it to be delivered. Then they've said you had to pay more, but they never emailed me to tell me. But at least you got it eventually. Big up to you. Yeah, got there in the end. Got there in the end. Big up having a Big C. Why is this out of proportion outrage against Nelly? We are acting as if players don't fake injuries on the pitch, as if it's not the norm. I felt, and we're going to talk about it in more detail, Avinab, actually. Give me 1 second. The story is there. So we'll talk about it in more detail. Forever Gunner said we hired a new set piece coach. We've hired a throw-in coach, people. Honestly, you must be able to get in football so much easier now. You know, imagine growing up going, listen, I want to be a throwing coach. Like, what does that entail exactly? Yeah, what I want you to do, mate, is go back a bit, put your arms as far back as you can, and just launch it as far as you can. And then give me about 75 grand a year to talk people through that. I mean, just hire Tony Pulis, mate. He knows how to get people to do long throwing. Doctor said 6 years of patience for Fraudteta, no issue. 6 months of patience for Victor Gyökeres, too far a bridge to cross. Another Mikel casualty. Hypocrites. I hear you. Listen, for me, by the way, I'm just saying, I haven't given up on Gyökeres. Just my mindset of what I thought he could have been is not the same. He's not as good a footballer as I thought he was. However, this manager and prolific strikers, we know that doesn't seem to add up. Fitz said so. No criticism from you when Miles Lewis-Skelly gets skinned. No, listen, there's still criticism because I think sometimes his positioning is poor and he's very... I think sometimes to be a defender, you've got to want to defend. Skelly doesn't look like he wants to defend to me. And I don't blame him. If you play in midfield and you're comfortable on the ball, you probably don't want to play at left back. So I think Arteta and him have to figure that out. But I'm a little bit worried for him at the moment. He hasn't looked good. He doesn't look fit. His confidence looks shot as well. You know, I don't want him to just fizzle out and just become a player that can't get anywhere near the team. Right. Avinab, you mentioned the Martinelli situation. I'm going to get it out the way and talk about it now. Big up to Annie Greasy, said good afternoon, Big C. In my car listening, big up to you. The news has come out this morning regarding Connor Bradley. Liverpool released the news just before we went live. And Connor Bradley has been ruled out for the rest of the season. He has suffered a significant knee injury and will undergo surgery. That was released by Paul Joyce, who's like the main Liverpool reporter. He hasn't done his ACL, but apparently he's badly damaged ligaments and bone in the knee. So it's a bad injury. Very bad injury. He'll be out for the rest of the season. Now, I said the other day, I don't agree with what Martinelli did. I thought it was terrible. Right, I do. The one thing I will give him in his defense is when you watch the video back, at the point where it looks like Bradley sustains the injury, Martinelli is not looking at him. He is looking at the player. Somebody said, he's looking at the ball. He's not looking at the player. So what we saw when we went, oh, that looks like a bad one, the way he landed, the way he twisted, Martinelli didn't see that. My thought process, though, has always been, even if you didn't see it, it's not your place to guess whether he's okay or not. Martinelli 5 minutes earlier was rolling around on the floor with nothing wrong with him. To me, I get the frustration, but you should have left him. You know, you pushed him off the pitch, you threw a ball at him. And I said this the other day, if this guy's got a significant injury, you're probably going to get hammered for it. I can't imagine what his comments look like from Liverpool fans. But from my point of view, I gave my opinion. It is what it is. I didn't like what I saw. But You know, he's apologised. Apparently, Conor Bradley accepted the apology from him. So what can we do? I think ultimately Bradley's probably thinking from his point of view, I'm more concerned about the fact I've got to recover from a serious injury than Martinelli gave me a nudge off the pitch. So I think we move on from it. I didn't like the behaviour, but, you know, it is what it is. Speedy recovery to Conor Bradley. And I said at the time, I think that's a bad injury, you know, and it is. So hopefully he gets well soon. He'll be out for the rest of the season. And they haven't actually put a time frame on when he'll be back, but he'll definitely be out for the rest of the season. So speedy recovery for Martinelli. What do you guys think? I mean, I don't want to talk about it too much. We've spoken about it in great detail on a number of shows, and I actually said if that's a serious injury, it's going to look even worse on him. But I think Martinelli didn't know. Yeah, I mean, but I don't think he should have gambled by behaving like that. I would have been like, you know what, the guy's rolling around. He looks like he's in a lot of pain. But the problem you've got nowadays, these guys, they're diving all the time. So now when someone gets injured, people just assume it's like, oh, he's doing a Marino. He's rolling around all the time. Listen, it is what it is. I spoke about Neville and Keane's comments, but, you know, they're paid to give an opinion, aren't they? So they're going to give their opinion. It is what it is. Why can't we hire a striker coach? Yeah, get right. I heard Righty actually talking about Gyökeres, and I thought you could do with something like that, couldn't you? You know, Righty or Henry, but Arsenal don't seem to want to work with these guys. Well, they work with Ian Wright, but just for merch. Earwoo said this is a better team for Gyökeres. I mean, listen, man, Gyökeres has probably played himself out of the team, to be honest. If Jesus plays well today, he probably starts against Chelsea midweek. You know, I think Gyökeres is in a position now, he's got to really get his act together. No matter what we think about whose fault it is or whether more can be done to help him. I mean, somebody sent me a still image the other day. Apologies, I might be able to get it actually, but there was another image the other day of Gyökeres making a run. Zubimendi could have found him. He didn't play the ball to him. And again, people are saying, look, you know, at Sporting Lisbon, this is a definite one-on-one. Here it is. Here it is. All right, I'll bring it up. Listen, they're just occasions where you go, would Manchester City play that ball to Haaland? They would. So as you can see, I mean, I don't know how Zubimendi doesn't see that, because he actually does have good vision. So here you can see Zubimendi on the ball, and then top of the screen up here, you can see Gyökeres, he's angling his run, he's got his arm out, Zubimendi's even kind of looking forward. There's a massive gap there. Just roll it there between Gyökeres and Van Dijk, and then it's a foot race. I mean, I'm not sure whether he wins that race anyway, because Konate's lurking to the left of him. But how on earth does a creative centre midfielder not see that pass? Like, genuinely, I don't know how he doesn't see that. Like, over the years, we've spoken about Fabregas and Ozil and Cazorla. Like, they see that ball in their sleep. Pass the ball, Zubimendi. Pass the ball. We got to remix it. You know what I mean? I mean, man saying Odegaard makes that. Bro, did you not see the Odegaard video? He doesn't make that. He'd do that run 3 times, he wouldn't give it him. I don't think the players trust him. I don't think they trust him. And I don't think it's being drilled into them to give the ball to him either. I don't think Arteta's going there going, listen, as soon as you see him make that run off the shoulder, play him in. Play him in. I still think this team is, listen, get the ball out wide to Saka, get the ball out wide to Trossard, and then we get crosses in the box. And then he struggles because then he's a marked man. Yeah, I think Partey probably would make that pass. But these are the problems that we got a lot of teething problems. Don't get me wrong, he's still got to improve. You know, I'm not babysitting Gyökeres. You know, he's got 1 goal in 10 games. The crazy thing about Gyökeres is actually, before he got injured, I thought it was starting to slowly click. The Atletico Madrid game, the Olympiacos game, Newcastle, the game against Burnley. I thought he's getting better and better. He gets injured for 4 weeks with a hamstring. He's come back and he's been dreadful. Absolutely. This is the worst run we've seen of him. And now Havertz is back, bro. Jesus, he might be on the bench for the foreseeable. I'm not even going to lie, but it's football, and the club is what matters more than any individual. But they they clearly either don't quite rate him, or I think a lot of the time Arsenal are scared to lose the ball. So in these situations, they'd rather play a 5-yard pass out wide and make sure it gets there rather than a 15, 20-yard through ball that we might lose. You know, it's very safe. But here's what it is. Big up to everyone locked in. Over 2,600 of you already tuned in. We kick off at 2 o'clock. The game's on TNT Sports today, people, for anybody who is looking for the channel. Obviously, could be different in different parts of the world. Who else is playing today? Leeds are now beating Derby 2-1. You got Man United Brighton this afternoon, QPR West Ham. 6 Premier League teams, or 5 Premier League teams were knocked out of the competition yesterday, which is good for us. Obviously, we're trying to win this competition. Everton were knocked out on penalties to Sunderland. Crystal Palace, the holders, lost to Macclesfield Town, Conference North, 6 divisions below the Premier League. They play on an AstroTurf 4G pitch. They were a professional team. They went out of business, had to start again, and they've climbing back through the non-league system, and they beat Palace with the likes of Gahey and those guys playing yesterday. One of the biggest upsets in FA Cup history. Unbelievable for Macclesfield. Palace look like the wheels are falling off. Glasner's going, Gahey's going. I think Palace going to be in trouble next season. Who else was knocked out in the Premier League yesterday? Man City won 10-1. What kind of game is that? Against Exeter. Semenyo, goal and assist, look sharp. Bournemouth got knocked out on penalties to Newcastle. Who was the other one? And of course, Nando's FC got absolutely smoked at home. Once again, they were cooked. And Unai is cooking as well, people, as they dealt with Tottenham. And they were all fighting after the game, which you love to see as well. By the way, and listen, I know I'm repeating myself again, right? I am. And whether it's doable, I'm sorry. Break the bank in the summer for Morgan Rogers. That he is that guy, people. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are big fans of Odegaard and players like that, for example. For me, that would be the upgrade for me in the summer. Do you know what I mean? That's the phone upgrade. That's the better camera, the faster internet, the clearer screen, the better battery life. Morgan Rogers. You know what I mean? Listen, this is brutal. We're going to get to a point where you go, and listen, I know people saying you said the same about Gyökeres. I know, but I know with Morgan Rogers, I've seen it. We've all seen it. With Gyökeres, okay, celebration hype. You know what I mean? Morgan Rogers is an absolute joke. Hit the Thierry Henry celebration at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Oh, mate, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Bring him to the carpet. And as I say, he's always in Eze's comments. I'm telling you, he wants to play for Arsenal. You can just see it. Arteta was a coach when he was at Manchester City as well, but it's annoying. He's being linked with Liverpool, which really irritates me. We need to be in, but the problem is we got Eze and Odegaard. So unless he can play off the left, he does kind of play off the left, but he's a bit more. People are on to me now because of the Gyökeres one. I don't trust you now after Gyökeres. Hey, listen, you all saw his goals. You all was happy with that signing as well. You may not have rated him as highly as I did, but I'll admit I hadn't seen enough of him. And listen, when you got Gyökeres up front, when you've had Havertz up front before, it looks like a massive upgrade. That was like going from a pager to an up-to-date mobile phone, but it ain't quite that, is it? You know what I mean? It ain't quite that. What Gyökeres is, it's like buying a phone off somebody in the street. and it's the latest phone, and then when you put your SIM card in it, the phone's blocked. It don't work. That's kind of what Gyökeres is like. Yo, got this new iPhone orange, the new iPhone 7. Yo, I'll take that. Yo, I'll sell it you now, 250. Yeah, man, give me that. You put your SIM card in, what? The phone's blocked. I've been done. That's what Gyökeres is right now. But as I keep saying, let's not pretend Havertz and Jesus are some sort of world beaters. That's a payphone and a pager, if we're putting it in phone terms. You know, I'm not going to start saying those two are, nah. Havertz is a pager. Nah, let's call Havertz the phone box. You don't see them too often anymore. Jesus might be the pager. Gets the message, but can't message you back. Yeah, Jesus, mate, can I have some goals? I need goals. I can't message you back, mate. It's only a pager. You know what I mean? Just, I can read the message. That's it. Anyway, let's go. You know the analogies can be crazy on here, people. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a pigeon carrier. Oh, dear. Crazy times, people. They did that to Saka last year at Palace. Yeah, what's the guy's name? Lacroix, is it? I think he was like moving him off the pitch when he'd done his hamstring. Elton said, with Gyökeres, everyone would love to see 4-4-2. Yeah, we never play that because too many midfielders. Obviously, that 4-4-2 would ruin Odegaard because he's more of an attacker. He wouldn't play him in a 2 in midfield. Latif is a new member. Big up to you, man, Latif Lewis. He-Man said, asking you in the community, would you pay 100 million for Rodgers and sell Odegaard? I would all day. Imagine Rice, Rodgers and Zubamendi, best midfielder. You know, if you look at it like this, you would say 100 million's too much for Rodgers. But whatever you got for Odegaard would effectively come off the Rodgers deal. So I would pay 100 million for him because Grealish cost 100 million. Enzo cost 100 million. If you could pay 100 million for Rodgers and get 40 or 50 million for Odegaard and 50 million for Rodgers, I'll do that deal every single day of the week. Latif said, yo, Curtis, big up yourself every time. Best channel, hands down. Nothing but facts. I've got something to say about this Gyökeres thing. Listen, people, get your... Let me know. We talk about Gyökeres. I'm actually going to make a video this week about Gyökeres. I'm going to delve into some facts, some stats, some details, and really break down why he's not working at the club and what we can do to improve him, because at the end of the day, we can't bin him. We're not in a position, because I've heard a lot of people saying Gyökeres ain't good enough. Bin him. Bin him where? Bin him how? What do you think? What is the... I always say with Arsenal don't have good escape plans when players don't work. We end up keeping the player for about 5 years and then probably even giving him a longer contract. Like, realistically, what do you do with him? Do you sell him next summer and just take the hit straight away and hope that somebody would take him? But now he's on 200 grand a week, so clubs in Portugal aren't going to be able to take him back. Do you then bench him and bring in another striker? I think at the moment, Arsenal probably going to have to buy another striker in the summer. But my personal opinion, I would sell Jesus, too injury prone. I would sell Havertz, not good enough, big wages. And I would keep Gyökeres and I would buy another striker that plays a different way and then have Gyökeres and the new striker and hope we can get more out of him. He might end up being a squad player. It happens, people. You know, Mamouche costs 65 million. Mamouche's on 300 grand a week at Man City. He's a squad player and he ain't going to play. He's just Haaland's backup. Sometimes you buy a player for big money, they don't work. Or they're not the main man. And that's what it might need to be. It'd be interesting how Havertz does that. Havertz's going to get a new deal, apparently, so he ain't going nowhere. So we're not going to buy a new striker. Arjun, look at this troublemaker. Curtis Emery knows how to use Rodgers. Arteta wouldn't. That's a good point. Emery's got Villa balling out, man. He really has. He's got them balling out. Julian Alvarez is who I'd get. Yeah, he's quality. He'd cost over 100 million. See, you spend enough time dissing Gyökeres hardly any time dissing your man. Bro, Fitz, I mean, you've watched this channel for a long time, bro. You know I've dissed this manager so much over the years. Where my thought process is with the manager at the moment, Fitz, And anyone who watched Forever Arsenal the other day, you saw my comments. Like I said multiple things. I said the manager's the biggest obstacle in the way of us winning the league. I said he's too negative in the big games. I said multiple things about him. But if we deal with reality, whatever I think about Arteta at the current moment in time, you're top of the Prem, you're top of the Champions League, you're in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, you're in the third round of the FA Cup. Factually, we are having a fantastic season. Now, my concerns are the way we're playing, the way some of the new signings have been integrated into the team, Eze, Gyökeres. Is it going to stay like that? So at the moment, I'm kind of staying a bit with the manager. I'm a little bit quiet because I'm like, you know what? There's only so much criticism I can give you when you're top of the league. But I know the problems that I'm seeing and I'm concerned about them, but I have to go, you're doing your job at the moment. So that's why I'm not going crazy. But if things go wrong, you know what time it's going to be. I've already made it clear. Big up to you, Uncle said. Sustainability, people. Sustainability. Lester said, good day, Curtis, in the community. Big up from Trinidad and Tobago. Big up yourself. Big up to Alexander, man. Appreciate the super chat. I've been checking Gyökeres' numbers. For Sporting, he would usually have 35 to 40 touches per game. Against Arsenal, for example, he had 42 touches, 5 finishes, 2 on target. 1 hit the crossbar. Of course, he's not R9, but he should be playing way better. It's like... It's tough, isn't it? It is tough because people will say... It's Portuguese league tax, and that's an inferior league, and that's why he was so prolific. But then, and I'm going to save a lot of this for the video that I'm going to do this week, but then you ask yourself, he was bagging goals in the Champions League. So that's not the Portuguese league. Now, not every Champions League team is a really good team that you play against. He played 8 Champions League games and got 6 goals, a hat-trick against Man City. Even against Arsenal, against Saliba and Gabriel. That one where he turns Saliba on the halfway line and runs away from him and Kivior, sorry, it wasn't Gabriel, and he hits the bar or the post, whatever. I haven't seen him do that really for us the whole time he's been it. I think progressively, game by game, his confidence has gone down. I think he lacks belief in himself now. He's also, he knows he's getting dragged off every game. He's struggling. It's just not adding up. The system, the league, the style, his qualities, what he needs, none of it is connecting. So it's about connecting that. I always say, people, by the way, the Premier League is not that great. Premier League's not that great. Look at the Prem this year. Look at the state of Tottenham. Man United sacked their manager. Chelsea have sacked their manager. Liverpool, favourites to win the league, 14 points behind Arsenal. And we're sitting here going, well, this Arsenal team aren't even playing at their peak. Apart from City, Villa, Arsenal, a few of the lower teams, Brentford, are exceptional this season, 5th in the league when they were one of the favourites to get relegated. The Premier League's not that good. I don't even think you've got to be an amazing striker to score a lot of goals in the Premier League. I'm looking at this Igor Thiago at Brentford, and I'm going, is he that good? I'm not so sure he is. He's just ripping the league to bits. He's got 16 league goals already. He's probably going to get 25 to 30 league goals. Are any of you guys watching that Igor Thiago and going, get him to Arsenal, get him to Man United, get him to Chelsea, get him to Liverpool, whatever team you support? Calvert-Lewin, released by Everton. Now, we're not renewing his contract. Not good enough, too injury prone. Everton. Man's at Leeds looking like a £50 million striker. Calvert-Lewin, with a handbag. You know what I'm saying? The Prem's not that good. Good movement, good service, the right system, decent finisher. You'll score goals in this league. Wissa, 20 goals. Mbuemo, Chris Wood, Igor Thiago, Calvert-Lewin. They're not amazing footballers, but they're in a team that completely fits their system. Now, I look at Gyökeres and I go, you're a transition striker. He would probably score more goals for a team in the bottom half of the table than he will playing for Arsenal, because teams would play against them, they'd sit on the halfway line, and he'd get through balls, he'd get service, he'd probably bag goals. Playing for Arsenal, where 75% of teams low block, I think when he hasn't got a lot of space, he looks like a pretty average player, and that's the reality. Man said, yeah, relax. Man, I real bad, man. I don't know about no handbag and them thing there. You know what I mean? Big up Jay Slime, you know. And I got short hair now, you know. You got the ponytail, so. Yeah, Chris Wood, 20 goals at Forest. Chris Wood. He was third choice striker at Newcastle. He went to Forest, got 20 goals. Because the system was perfect for him. They put crosses in for him. Big up Latif Lewis. He said, silent listener for 2 or 3 years. Cool, so think about it like this, yeah. If all them through balls were played to Gyökeres, he'd likely score. Then he doesn't get slated 100%. We're all happy. It's this system. I think and I can't believe we're speaking about him this much, because he's not even starting, but it's such a big talking point. It's like, if things don't work as a player, you've got to try and... All right, let me put it like this. My biggest concern with Gyökeres at the moment is not the lack of goals. It's the lack of all-round game that I'm seeing. I can forgive him for the goals because I'm going, well, they don't pass the ball to you, so your goals aren't going to be that high. What I don't like is, bro, your hold-up play is not great. Striker, your hold-up play is an absolute basic foundation you've got to build from. He's on the floor a lot when the guy's built like a brick, so I need to see more physical strength. When the ball is out wide, I need to see movement. If you move and they don't give it to you, we start criticising them. The last few games, there's been times he's not even moving. It's like almost, I don't want to move because I might get the ball, and if I miss, I'm going to get destroyed. So I'd rather stay away from the ball. And that's a confidence factor as well. You put him in a transitional team, I think he's on 10 goals at least by now. I'm telling you now. You put him in Brentford, you put him in Villa, you put him in Newcastle, teams that hit you on the counter-attack and they give him the ball early, I think he'll cause problems. A slow possession-based team like Arsenal, he ain't the right player. He's not. He's not the right player for it. You need a striker that is technically very gifted, that can link up play, that can provide the wingers, and that will chip in with goals. That's the kind of striker that Arteta wants and needs for this system. Big up my bro Akeem. Gyökeres will look better in the Villa team, yeah, because transition, Watkins into the channels, start running. Iron said, bin Gyökeres, keep 29, shows what's wrong with his fan base. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in that camp, but yeah, we're going to give him a new deal, Havertz, which I think's insane. Get me Julian Alvarez plus Yildiz. Yeah, I mean, I'd love that. Imagine getting them two and Rodgers in the summer. That's the kind of window I want to see. Rizzo said maybe Gyökeres regrets the breakup, hence the bad form. Maybe. DM said, so proud you said it how it is on Forever Arsenal. Yeah, you know, it was a really good show. You know, we gave Robbie a tough time. Me and Lee was shouting at him. I just tried to go about it calmly, make man listen. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was needed what was said. You know, it was needed. So Priceless new member, big up to you, bro. Fit said factually Arteta's one note. First in January is niche. Yeah, I agree. It's not about where you are, it's where you finish. He-Man said, bro, we are playing probability football. We'll do so until and if we win something big. We all remember the clip of Arteta switching on to Tavares. At this level, you lose the ball, it's a goal. Military camp. Yeah, I don't think he likes risk-based players. He likes players that keep the ball, wear them down. Wear them down. Just keep the ball until they make a mistake. And if not, we'll score from a set piece. That player is Kai Havertz, according to Arteta. Well, he's going to give him a new deal. Man, keep spitting facts at Robbie. Yeah, man, but me and him argue about football all the time. Curtis and Lee were Egan pressing Robbie. Yeah, you got to put him under pressure, man. You know what I'm saying? Got to put him under pressure. Elton said, I've observed Gyökeres many times. I swear his positioning is 100% instruction from Lego, man. He's been instructed to stay between the two centre-backs to free up space for others to score. Big up. Christ. You lot won't let that go, will you? Look at this guy, Skirtish. You better relax, Cameron. And Jack said, statement, C Unit would like to confirm the sacking of its head scout, Curtis Unshaw. Yo, I've done the scouting via Twitter comps and highlights. I'm telling you, that celebration, I was thinking, yo, imagine that celebration on FIFA. It's gone, like I said, it's gone from that to that. Now we're going, oh, lads, we got it wrong. You lot misheard me. I said, I want Arsenal to sign Victor. You thought I meant Gyökeres. I wanted Osimhen. George said, no, not having it. Dross. The sooner we realise we got it wrong and sell him, the better. Arsenal just don't move like that, man. They just don't move like that. I can't remember the last time we sold someone quickly. I think the last one was Willian, and he gave up on the contract. Babatunde, Arteta is the reason why Gyökeres hasn't flourished. Rooney said Ferguson told the team to look for Van Persie, that he would win them the Premier League for them and the players benched if they don't. Yeah. Unsure is nasty work, it is. No, I saw that interview. Rooney was saying, look, he was telling them Van Persie can win us the title. Give him the ball. Yeah. I don't think Arteta's saying that with Gyökeres. He's going, you know what? Wanted Sesko. Don't give him the ball. Then I can get Havertz back and give him a new deal. You know. Big C, remember Arsenal had Ibrahimovic on trial. He said he don't do trials. Yeah, I met him in the summer, man. He's a top guy, I can't lie. Funny as well. Only spoke to him briefly, but you can just tell he had personality. He was like, who you with? He was like, Arsenal. He's like, hey, I heard you need a striker. I said, hey, get your boots, man. He walked off like, I said, nah, this guy's a legend. I can't believe we never signed him, man. I know, obviously, he was young at the time. Arteta probably couldn't see how good he was going to be. Maybe Arteta signed him, looked at him in training and said, you're not what I thought you was. You know, people always go, oh, people go, oh, Curtis, you said you wanted Gyökeres. Well, people having a go at me, I didn't sign him. I never bought him. Arteta bought him. So ask Arteta why he signed him. Don't come for me, Curtis Unshaw. Call him Lego Head Arteta. He bought him. He spent 65 M's on him. I'm just a fan with an opinion. I'm sure they scouted him 20 times. You know what I'm saying? Me? What did I do? I never bought him. When he's handicapped, yeah, I don't know how long he's out for. You know, it's a hamstring. He'll be out for a month at least. He'll be out for at least a month. He wanted Sesko, exactly. He wanted Sesko and Nico Williams. Drake? Drake? I love that one. I never bought him. Not me. It is shameless. You know, Arteta watches every stream. You influence him. Yeah, AirPod Albert's tuned in as we speak, people. Calafiori's not back. They've gone very quiet on Calafiori. Just got injured and, well, okay, how long's he out for? No, we won't. They're probably telling people in the press conference, yeah, here's a list. Don't mention any of them. Big C, Van der Ven wants to leave. Sol Campbell part 2. He don't get in this team. The difference is Sol Campbell walked in our team, was a massive upgrade on what we had. Van der Ven is not better than any of our centre-backs. Unless you played him left-back, but I think he's a pace merchant, Van der Ven. I actually don't think he's a very good defender. I've never rated him. Christian said, big up Big C and the family. Big C, what do you make about AFCON? You wonder how Nigeria didn't make the World Cup with the way they're playing. I've been watching AFCON, you know, and I like it. I think it's a brilliant tournament, by the way. It's different, right? We know that, you know, but it's lively, it's vibrant, it's noisy, it kicks off. Not everything about it is perfect. It's a bit, you know, some of the games aren't quite as... It's not as coached. It's more raw, you know, and you can find talent there. And you look at Nigeria, you think, how are you not making a World Cup? Osimhen's a baller, by the way, as well. I honestly, I'm not just saying this now to be wise. I wanted Osimhen over Gyökeres. I said Isak 1, Osimhen 2. I did say Gyökeres 3, though. I never was calling for Ekitike in that. I hadn't seen enough of him. You think Van der Ven, he may be at wing back. Maybe at wing back he could. You think Van der Ven's good? I don't think he's bad, but I think he's an average defender with amazing speed. I don't think he's actually a great defender. Big C, Rodgers was comfortable losing 4-1 to us in an interview after, wrong loser mentality, not for me. I saw that as well. I reckon he's an Arsenal fan. I reckon he's an Arsenal fan, man. And I think he was just acknowledging, what was he being a loser, or was he just acknowledging, like, yo, you lot are on another level to us, we can't handle you. Maybe he was just paying homage to a team that he admires, because we rinsed them in that second half. Maybe he just sat there and went, they're too good. You know, we can't deal with them when they go to that level. Arteta can't handle Osimhen. No, he'd have him in a headlock. He'd have him. We'll never, ever sign players like that with this manager. He don't like that. Anyone with that kind of ego, Emi Martinez, Guendouzi won a trophy yesterday for Fenerbahce. Oba, those guys, you're out, mate. This manager has to feel more powerful than the player, you know, and that's the problem. Sometimes players are bigger than the managers with certain players. 10 minutes till kickoff. Do you know what? I had loads of stories lined up, transfer stories. And we ended up speaking about Gyökeres for about 20 minutes, and I'm going to miss them. But we kick off in 9 minutes, so I'm quickly going to go through a couple of them. Arsenal being linked today with a move for Tino Livramento. 2 years left on his deal. Apparently, contract talks broke down with Newcastle over the summer. A very highly rated fullback. I'm going to be honest, I'll just give you my opinion. I think Livramento's a very good player. He's had a massive knee injury before. He's being linked with Manchester City. I don't think he will come to Arsenal. He's a right back. Apparently, they want 50 million plus for him. When you got Timber and that, why would you buy him? I don't know about that one. I think he ends up at Man City. Pep apparently wants a right back. Tried to get him last summer. So I think he ends up at City in the summer. Don't see that one happening. But I do think he's a good player. The only reason it might happen, and I still don't think it would happen, is the other story today, by the way, which includes right backs and Arsenal, is apparently Everton are trying to sign Ben White from Arsenal. I've read this full story. It says that they would be willing to sign him now, but they would like to sign him in the summer. Arsenal not looking to let him go. Is Ben White now in a position where Arsenal move him on? He's on over £100,000 a week. Apparently not happy with his lack of game time. Can't get anywhere near the England squad. Obviously, like people are saying, Livramento can play right back and left back. Would you guys let Ben White go to maybe let Livramento join the club? I don't know, because Livramento's had big injuries as well. Ben White's quite injury prone as well. I'm not sure. I'm not sure with that one. I do think Ben White is going to come to a situation where he ends up being moved on. I think he's falling into that sort of Ramsdale category where I don't think he's going to accept just being on the bench. I'm not sure I would push Ben White out to sign Livramento. I think not necessarily is it who's better, it's they're both injury prone. I don't want another injury prone player, but I can see Ben White being moved on in the summer if Everton were to put enough money down. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with that one. Everton, I think he could get a better club than that, to be honest. I think Ben White's better than Everton. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I suppose it's about what club wants you and what club can afford you. FFG, I've been an Arteta critique, but we talk like he's a complete scrub. Top of the Champions League group, Premier League, semi-final of the Cup. If he was in another team, we would say get him. Do you know what, though, FF? It's based on the previous 5 or 6 years. That's the problem. If you look at this season in isolation, you go, boy, this guy Arteta's doing a great job. But you had the previous years, you go, well, hang on, he spent $1 billion. He's won 1 FA Cup. No, I don't want him. So it's the balance of the two. You know what I mean? That's the problem. People go, how many trophies he won? Oh, 1. Oh, nah, not for me, mate. Even Crystal Palace have won an FA Cup. He needs to win a major trophy. Big up to Elton, new member. Appreciate that, bro. Unreasonable. I'm curious to see if Martinelli will be booed today. Yeah, will they make him a bit of a public enemy now? There was even a rumour, I'm not sure how true it was, but a rumour going around yesterday saying Martinelli wants to leave and that he's been threatened and all sorts of things since this Liverpool thing. I think he'll get booed by Liverpool fans, but fortunately for Martinelli, we've played Liverpool twice this season. So unless we get them in the FA Cup, it would be interesting if the other Premier League clubs give him a hard time for it. Carl said this would have been the game to try a 4-4-2. That's a good point. Sky Touche said, give it up. Victor Gyökeres is not good enough. The man made it in the Championship for a reason. Gyökeres can't outrun defenders. That's how he got half his goals for Sporting. I mean, I don't think he's a Championship striker, but a lot of his goals are transition-based. Flo said they've got Tupac and T Swift on the bench. The names. Oh, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, somebody was putting something about Taylor Swift. I was like, what are you on about? Yeah, Portsmouth got some guy called Swift on the bench. Yeah. I'll be honest, I know very little about this Portsmouth team. You know, I know quite a bit about, like, Championship clubs, but I don't know a lot about their players. I really don't. I really don't. Right, let's focus on the game, people. The players are walking on the pitch. Very loud atmosphere at Fratton Park. Proper old school Premier League ground that, you know, you remember Cranchaw and Sol Campbell, Jermaine Defoe. In fact, Redknapp just signed basically all the old Tottenham players. But yeah, had some good battles over the years down at Fratton Park. So yeah, bit of Premier League heritage. But yeah, it is what it is. Now, Saliba and Trossard have been rested. James said, this is my local team, Big C. We've got Swanson, our academy player, and Bishop is good. Chaplin too. Yeah, big up for letting me know. I know Jacob Murphy, who's at Newcastle, his brother Josh Murphy plays for them, but I don't think he's in the squad today. Crouch, Luar, what a throwback that is. Yakubu as well. He was doing bits when he was at Portsmouth, man. That's proper Premier League heritage, man. You know what I'm saying? Smithy, big up, bro. Gyökeres should be up front for Everton or Brighton. I know he was once there, but he was at the limit of his game in Portugal. The Prem is a step beyond him. I wish he wasn't, but it's clear to see. It feels like that. He's definitely in the wrong system, the wrong team at the moment. Boateng, yeah, Boateng. Benjani. They've had some ball. Linvoy Primus. That was a bit before the Harry Redknapp time, wasn't it? Ricardo Fuller, Yardman. Bad boy player, man. Pedro Mendes, good player. They had good players, man. It's crazy how some of these teams, like, they won the FA Cup and they ended up, I think they were in League One or League Two at one stage. They went down like 3 divisions. They're now back in the Championship, but they're in the relegation zone. Yeah, Lauren went there at right back. They've had some players. Let's big up Clement, man. Let's get 1,000 likes. Let's get 1,000 likes. FA Cup Sunday. I'm going to try and be more relaxed today. I've realised, Sylvain Distin. That is another OG of the Premier League, man. Distin, big tall centre-half, Everton and then Portsmouth. We're at 700 likes, people. Come on, get those likes up. Let's get 1,000 likes. Pre-kickoff, FA Cup Sunday. The trophy that has probably kept Arteta as manager. K Hayes, big up Don C in the community. You and Expressions need to do a North London Derby stream. It would be epic, fam. Yeah, I'll try and get something done. Glenn Johnson, Sully Montari, yeah, left foot, Ghanaian. Merson played there, yeah. I remember watching him. Merson, I used to love watching Paul Merson play football. I thought he was a brilliant player. I've met him a few times, and he was so good at Arsenal, man. Even when he left, I think he ended up at Middlesbrough as well. Baller. I've gone for 2-0 today. I predicted 3-0 on Forever, but just because other people picked 3-0, I'm going to go for 2-0. John Utaka. Prosinevsky, yeah. Nativ said, if a golden boot Oba wasn't good enough, then who is? Exactly. If a striker can bag, who cares if he wears a skirt? Calvert-Lewin. Klopp hired throwing coach years ago. Yeah, he did. Jag said, Sylvain Distin, Lassana Diarra. Luar did his ankle backflip and they banned it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, and I read that one about Aubameyang. Big up to everyone. Give me a score prediction. I'm going for 2-0. Arsenal are not playing in the no more No more red kit, the white kit. We are underway, people. If you saw yesterday, Tottenham played in the full white kit. And they got dealt with as well. So there's something about that kit. The atmosphere is lively. Portsmouth attacking early, ball whipped in, goes all the way across. This is a very important game for some of our players today. The likes of Lewis-Skelly, the likes of Ethan Nwaneri, Eze, Ben White. You know, players need to prove a point and show the manager. I'll be looking at some of the performances going, I got a chance. Realistically, hold on, what's happened there? Did he just volley that out? What is that from Gabriel, man? Just volleyed the ball out of play. If I'm Ben White even, and we're looking at Ben White going, yeah, he's out of the way at the moment, I'd be going, well, you know what? Arsenal don't have a fit left back at the moment. Can Ben White get in the team at right back and then move Timber to left back, particularly when you've got... No, real talk, what kind of a camera angle is this? Are you guys getting the same view I'm getting here? What's this? Terrible camera angle, man. You know, like when you put FIFA on it, it's on some mad camera angle and you have to adjust it. Rubbish camera angle. They are fired up for this, by the way, Portsmouth. You can just tell. Whipping crosses in, they're high pressing. We're going to have to deal with the atmosphere. Yeah, it's a mad camera angle. Very intrigued to see how Marino does in midfield. Was Martinelli getting booed then? I think People, I've got the volume turned down, right? I couldn't tell then. Was Martinelli getting booed by the fans? I wonder if they're going to really make a big deal out of this. No, do you remember that? What was that? That was that friendly one, where we was watching it, and the guy just got the tissue out and just wiped the screen because it was drenched. Are they booing it? I thought I heard them booing it. I tell you one thing, right? There's no way Portsmouth can press like this all game. So we got to sort of see them off. That's too easy, man. What is Noni doing there? And he's been megged as well. Ball whipped in, edge of the box. What a save by Kepa. Portsmouth have scored. Oh, my days. We're losing to Portsmouth after 2 minutes. Stay calm, stay calm. It's only... What are we doing? We're losing to Portsmouth in the FA Cup. They are in the relegation zone in the Championship. Happy Sunday, people. Yeah, we're going to need red stripe, crates of it. We're losing to a relegation Championship team. I thought he was offside. What are you doing, Noni Madueke? You lose the ball, you get nutmegged. No one's marking. Yeah, he's onside. Lewis-Skelly and Gabriel. What are you doing? What are they doing? Kepa, push the ball away further. Oh, it's a shambles. That defending is shambolic. I can't believe we've even conceded a goal. Absolute shambles. Is he getting booed? Yeah, he's getting booed and he's lost the ball. Martinelli, mate, I don't know if you should have played him today as well, because I don't know if he's going to be able to deal with the hate he's going to start getting. Portsmouth 1, Arsenal 0. What did I say? I'm just gonna stay calm today, guys, because I thought straightforward victory, nothing to worry about. We're losing. I'm telling you now, people. I'm just giving you guys a warning. If we lose today, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if, I'll be saying things that will make people feel very uncomfortable regarding the manager. You do not lose to a team like this. But stay calm. Stay calm. Nah. I'm not accepting this. I said there, yeah, The way they're pressing and the atmosphere, you're going to have to keep the ball properly. I can't believe it. I thought that yesterday against Macclesfield, said Adam. Here's Waneri. Wow. They better win this. Marino, he'll be on the floor in a sec. No, he's done well there. Noni, mate, he's got to take some responsibility for that. Oh, good run. No, loses it. Noni lost the ball and then got nutmegged. And the defending is absolutely shambolic. Our right back and our right centre back pushed high. Martinelli whips it in. That's a corner, isn't it? Corner to Arsenal. Wow. Even Kepa, the first shot at him, push that to the side. You've basically just palmed it out for the guy to follow up on the rebound. Shambles. But anyway, let's make sure we equalise quickly, because if we don't, Martinelli getting booed every touch, people. Eze. People say we got the best squad in the league. A lot of this is our squad players. And we're losing. I think Kepa and Noni have had a stinker on that goal. Also, Gabriel and Skelly dropped back while the other two were pushed high. That's where you need somebody to organise your back four. Norgard at centre-back with Gabriel. Oh, my days. The defence. Yeah, look. Oh, wow. How bad a goal is that? Little kids telling us to stop crying. Hope he gets detention tomorrow at school for that. Oh, dear. Anyway, corner to Arsenal. Eze to take it. Whips it in. Flicked on. It's got to be. It's got to be. It's in. 1-1. Christian Norgard has equalised. 1-1. Jeez, what a start to the game. Norgard, 1-1. Scrappy goal. This game's crazy. Corner, bobbled around. Scores from a yard out. Or was it already over the line? Let's see. Is it his goal? Flicked on Martinelli. Flicked on again. Is it an own goal? Is it an own goal? I don't even know if that's his goal, you know. That could be an own goal. 1-1. At least we've equalised because the meltdown was pending. People are looking at that replay. Is that actually Norgard's goal? I don't know. Or is Owen goals back? I think that could be an own goal. I'm not sure he even... I think that might have been over the line already. Let's have a look what are they reporting that as? No, they haven't listed it yet. I think that's an own goal, people. I think that was already over the line. Come on now, get going. Stop with the foolishness. Noni cooking, 1v1. Surely you rinse this guy. We've got 3 in the penalty area. Noni skips him. Poor cross straight at the goalkeeper. Owen goal is some player. That's got to be an own goal, hasn't it? They haven't listed yet whose goal it is, which makes me think they're not sure. Listen, I hope they give it to him, but I reckon it's Owen Goles again. That guy's on fire. Anyway, 1-1. Now, what I want to see is just a 3-4-1. Make it professional. I don't want some scrappy 2-1 win. Go and win it. Yeah, own goal. Andre Dazelle, own goal. Owen Goles, on fire. Own goals is back, people. Yeah, it is. It's been given as an own goal. I thought it was over the line. I thought it was over the line. All right, come on now. Fix up. You got away with that. It's good that they equalise quickly because you know you don't leave that time to settle. Owen goals. Own goal is better than Gyökeres. More prolific. I mean that's what's that? Four goals. Free kick to Arsenal. We still haven't started really. We still haven't got going. Come on. Free kick taken short. Eze. Here's Noni. Cuts inside. Loses it. He's frustrating at times, man. You can see the quality that he's got. You can also see the lack of end product. Portsmouth win it back. You can tell they're a strong physical championship team. Free kick given away by Ben White. I think it's going to be a much harder game than I thought. Dante DiVincenzo scored against us, says Mo. DM said, listen, championship brutal and physical. Man up, yeah. Atif said, we're going to need 2 red stripes. 2 crates, sorry, yeah. It could be a long game. Unreasonable, stupid Arteta. I knew Martinelli would be booed. Looping header, saved by Kepa. Philly said, if it's a loss, I would get rid of Arteta. It would be worth it. The Donut one said, so reactionary. See, 6 points clear in the Prem. First in the Champions League, semi-final of the club. He's saying if we lose this game, Arteta should be sacked. Just to admit you have an Arteta agenda. No, but you shouldn't be losing to a team in relegation in the champ. I think we'll beat them now, though. I think we'll beat them now. Jan said, I'm going to be Gyökeres' lawyer from now on. I blame Arteta and his tactics. I'm sorry, but Mikel is tactically inept. He can't play differently, only with a false 9, says Jan. Rish said, Pompey chimes got us. The lineup reflects arrogance. Start Gyökeres. Have you seen that tattooed Portsmouth fan? He changed his name to Club. No, I haven't seen that. Oh, Jesus. I thought he was going to get that. Forever Gunner said, set piece plus own goal. That's a deadly combo, yeah. We need to show Gyökeres tapes of owing goals, says Space Jam. Brio said, I miss Omri and Burkamp. Own goal doing too much now. And Jan said, Big C, you got to press Shug Knight more on forever. Arsenal. We all know he didn't let judges on loose cannons. Just blink if I'm right. Yeah, do you know what? I didn't know about that because that all happened. I saw the comments on a show when I was away for... Look at Kepa, bro. Hurry up. Guy blocked his clearance, went out for a goal kick. Everyone was saying 3 lead judges. I was like, what are they talking about? I actually didn't know what they was on about. Then they said, apparently, was he meant to go on loose cannons and didn't go on or something? I actually don't know the story behind that. I wasn't on for those 2 shows. Yeah, Lucas Bradley's out for the season. I did speak about it earlier in the show, but yeah, man, it's sad news. Hopefully he gets back soon. Do you think Musiala would join Arsenal? Nah, I don't think he would. Owen Gonzalez, Spanish wonder kid. Good turn there, but given away. Come on, Arsenal, get going, man. Scrappy game. Portsmouth are going to want this to be a scrappy game, to feel more like a championship game. African Sci-Fi said, Portsmouth tapping into the spirit of Benjani and David James. Pompey legends. I used to like Portsmouth in the Prem. South Coast derby against Southampton. They always had some good players. Played on the front foot. But it is what it is. Arsenal in possession. Kepa. Portsmouth are pressing us. I just don't know if they'll be able to keep doing it throughout the game, which is where we need to keep the ball better. Unlike there, where we just launch it long and lose the header. Look, again, Noni, that's too easy. He's got past him. Got to defend better than that. Man's just strolling past him. They've still got the ball. No false scores, man. It ain't 2-1. Marino is so slow. Yeah, he's struggles in midfield. Oh, come on, Skelly, man. That's too easy. Portsmouth whip it in all the way across and cleared by Nonny. At the moment, genuinely, I think you could jog past Lewis-Skelly. He wouldn't be able to catch you. I don't know what's happened to him since the summer, but he can't move. He's running in quicksand. Where are we? 2v1. Nonny, you better recover. Shot. Oh, my days. Wow. Saved and the rebound goes wide. Gabriel's going mad. Look at the state of this defending. Shot saved by Kepa. The rebound hit their striker and went wide. Nonny not tracking his runner. Left Ben White 2 against 1. Awful. I told you, people, you know, playing out wide for Arsenal is not easy because the way we set up, this manager wants you to run back, run forward. You got to keep getting up and down. Do you know what I mean? And that's why probably the likes of Saka have had a lot of muscular injuries, because they do so much running. We're playing terrible. Get down on the ball and settle. They're turning it into a proper championship battle, which is what they want. Look, we're just booting it long. Jesus won't get that. No. Throw into Arsenal. You're Robbie telling not to do OG? No, never. No, we are going to do that show again. This is Marino's worst nightmare. Rain and physical, yeah? And Odegaard, so don't bring him on. But then we ain't even getting... We're not even passing the ball. Big up Latif, man. Yo, new member as well. Big up yourself, bro. The silent listeners are stepping forward. Did Spurs sack Thomas Frank? I don't think so. I haven't seen anything. I know there was reports that they're considering his future, but I haven't seen any announcement. Dubai trip pending. Nah. Man are saying get knocked out on purpose. Sky Sports reporting that, well, that Sky Cave Solico says, I've got a feeling Gahey will end up at Arsenal. Interesting. Apparently he wants to stay in London. Ball whipped in. Yo, man, we look shaky, man. Kepa collects it. Miles been hanging out too much with Arsenal girls. I don't know what. He looks like he's got no fitness. I swear Skelly wasn't that slow last season. I just wonder if they sign Gahey, if they don't make the Nkapie deal permanent. Because he's going to cost 45 million, where... Yo, Marino, man. Yo, what's Kepa doing? The man nearly let the ball go into his net. They actually played out quite well in the end, but they didn't make it look easy. Good football. You dealt with the pressure. Here's Waneri. Oh, Ethan, mate. Honestly, you're not doing yourself any favours there. You're going to be at Bournemouth before you know it. They just played about 20 passes out of the press. And look, fuming. Told you. I knew it. Arteta will be going mad at him. He looks like an angry maths teacher. We've played about 20 passes out under pressure. We've got the ball to Ethan. He's whipped it out for a throw-in. Arteta fuming. He's probably like, just leave him on the south coast. He can go to Brighton, Bournemouth, any of them. Even Portsmouth. This is not a good game, by the way. This is not a good game. We're not settling on the ball. I don't think I've mentioned Eze the whole game. That's a good run. Oh, he doesn't play it. Come on, settle into the game now. Good ball. Ethan finds Eze. Come on. I want to see him sprint today. I haven't seen him run since he's been at Arsenal. Skelly. Martinelli. Are they still booing? Were they booing him when he got the ball then? Yeah. Every time he gets the ball. And we got 4 away games in a row as well. Ethan can either play himself back into contention or he can end his Arsenal season today if he doesn't play well. The manager will say, yeah, that's enough. Here he is. Come on. That's not a bad ball. Come on. Oh, Ben White's. Oy. Throw into Portsmouth in their own half. Eze's hiding. This is crap as usual, said Andrew. To be fair to Skelly, he wasn't even running for that pass. Nah. Eze's been dire. Mikel needs to run into a dressing room after him and give him an expensive piece of his mind. Arsenal needs 7 more players. I might do the Classico. Depends how tired this game makes me, you know. If it's a snore fest. I'm hoping I'm hoping it's a good game. At least it's entertaining. Not for the right reasons, because we look like we're struggling. Why are people saying Thomas Frank? Is there breaking news on him or something? I don't know. No. Wow. Daily Express breaking news. Enrique has reportedly informed the club's hierarchy and intends to leave when his contract concludes this summer. Putting Manchester United on alert. I swear I'll be annoyed if he ends up at United. But then, listen, if Arteta wins something major, then it is what it is. But if he doesn't... No, Frank hasn't been sacked. I just typed in, it says... the board are backing him. It's probably the dreaded vote of confidence. You know, you get that, and then a couple games after that, if you lose, you get the sack. He's probably in that stage. Throw into Arsenal. 21 minutes gone. Oh, you're just practicing for the inevitable. Yeah, he hasn't been sacked yet. Tottenham apparently said they're supporting him. I think he's doing a great job. I hope he stays there. Kartik, someone said before Arsenal dropped their level to that of their opponent. If you watch that premise, you'll see it's actually a fact, unlikely to smash them. That's a good point, you know. Our best performances have been against some of the better teams like Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid. Well, not really true, I suppose, of the City and Liverpool performances. But yeah, those ones, I get your point. FF, we hype Ethan, MLS, as a culture tax, but boy, these boys ain't doing themselves any favours. Portsmouth on the attack, shots blocked. I don't hype no player unless they deserve it nowadays. I think the problem you've got with some of those players, though, what you're mentioning, I don't think it is culture tax. Like, we've seen Eze ball out in this league. Jesus, man, do you want to... Oh, that's awful, man. Just showed him the ball. I told you, like... If Gyökeres ain't the answer, which he at the moment doesn't look like he is, I don't think Havertz or Jesus are the answer either. We need a new striker. If it ain't Gyökeres, we need another one. Eze's a good player, man. We don't play him every week. We don't know how to use him. Our manager wants players who are going to run, non-stop running. Keep the shape, keep the ball. Players who float and take risks and want to play in the pockets. That ain't his kind of player, bro. Let's be real. He probably, I doubt even, I bet they had to convince him to sign him. But listen, he's not playing well, which is amazing when you see, is Noni, what are you doing? Noni's, what is he doing today? Did he win a corner? I think he got a corner. Yeah, he did get a corner. Noni cost 10 million less than Eze, mate. Honestly. That's what I think people have to remember that. It's not like Eze cost 40 million and Madueke cost 10. Like, he was not far off him in price. Anyway, corner to Arsenal. We'll probably score again. I heard that WWE is looking to buy Gyökeres. Do you think Arteta's prioritising the FA Cup? Probably not. Since we've won it, he hasn't really prioritised it. Left-footed volley said, if Havertz is the answer, what's the question? What animals walk up and down the beach at Skegness? There we go, 2-1. Set piece FC. 2-1 to Arsenal. Martinelli. Oh, that'll be interesting. Martinelli scores, people. They're not booing him now. Set piece FC. Great ball in. In swinger. Flick on. I told you a score. They can't defend set pieces. That's why they're getting relegated in the Championship. Flick on at the near post. It's like a FIFA goal, that is. Owen goals and set piece. Good delivery, though. Yeah, 2-1. Oh, guys, trust the process, guys. It's unbelievable football, guys. Owen goals and set piece FC. 2-1. Oh, yeah, I said we'll score. Their defending on that first goal was horrendous. Half of our players were unmarked. There's obviously a reason they're in the bottom 4 or whatever of the Championship. They can't defend. So if you put a good delivery in, they're in trouble. 2-1 to Arsenal. City won 10-1 yesterday. I know, that's ridiculous. Exeter. What league are Exeter in? Are they League 1 or League 2? I actually haven't checked it. Exeter City are in League 1. That's crazy, that is. A League 1 team shouldn't concede 10. When a Conference North team just beat Crystal Palace, Gabriel loses the ball. No. We got away with it. Listen, I'm glad we're winning, but this performance has got to improve drastically because some of these players we're going to be relying on throughout the season. Come on, Ethan. Ethan, don't lose it. Please pick the right pass. Oh, Ethan, you've overdone it, Ethan, mate. Honestly. Just book a hotel for the night. It's a great run, but Arteta's probably smashing up bottles on the touchline. It's painful to watch, Ethan. I've said it before and I've said it again. Ethan should play out wide because there's less traffic. In that situation, he's 1v1 with a fullback. He takes him on and you're driving. There's too many players centrally. He wants to run on the ball. And it's congested. There, that's actually a great run. He's then got to play the ball. Slide someone in. He's just running until he gets tackled. Look again, 2v1 down the right. No help from Madueke. Ben White's getting done 2v1 all the time here because their left back's helping their left winger. I said this when we played... Who was it? Champions League. Might have been Bruges, was it? Where Ethan kept losing the ball. I said, he's trying too hard. He's trying too hard. He's got to pass the ball. It's almost like he thinks, look, I'm trying to save my Arsenal career here. So when I get the ball, I've got to score. I've got to do something. Just, the first bit's great. The run's lovely. Slide someone. If they're offside, that's not your fault. You've done your job. Do your job. But he's just ran into traffic. Who put the corner in for the goal? Was it Noni? It was a left footer, wasn't it? I'm assuming it was Noni. He actually hasn't played well, though, but I think it was Noni who whipped the corner in, right? A left footer in swinger. Dalman got that selfish tray. Yeah, but he plays out wide, you see, when he plays for us. So it's a bit more... You're 1v1 a lot of the time. Noni hasn't actually played well today. Running until your hamstrings peel off, yeah. That's what it is. Big up Jan. Space Jam, we're going to out the championship team. Maybe it meant we were going out. I don't know what it meant. African sci-fi. Those Harambal memes are real. Klopp, Pep, etc. want their players to run a lot as well. The difference is, when you used to watch Liverpool, though, and even Pep's teams, they run a lot to get the ball, but when they get the ball, they enjoy the ball. You see good football. Like Liverpool's Klopp team was fantastic to watch. You know, they had to work very hard off the ball to win it back, try and win the ball back quickly. Semenyo is levels above Madueke. Yeah, definitely. Just better end product. Jesus presses the keeper. We need another goal, I'll be honest. We're not comfortable defensively. We've looked shaky. You can tell we're short of defenders at the moment. Obviously, we got no Timber, no Saliba today. And that would make a big difference. The thing is, at the moment, I'm concerned that who are we going to play at left back at Stamford Bridge on Wednesday? Because that's a great ball. Here's Martinelli. Oh, he's put it wide. Tried to bend it in the far corner. Great move. First really good move of the game. What a ball, Marino. Great first touch, Martinelli. Do you know the one thing I don't understand about this shot? Why does he slide on the floor? I don't understand that. He's done the right thing there, trying to bend that into the far corner. I don't get why, as he's hitting that, he's sliding onto the floor. Why does he not stay upright and just Henri that into the far corner? Should have scored. Brilliant ball by Marino. Great first touch by Martinelli. Tries to bend it round the keeper, goes in the bottom corner. Yeah, maybe he's... Hey! Portsmouth on the attack. Good block. Little nutmeg there first. Maybe he did slip as he went to hit it, to be fair. I let him off. Ball whipped in, headed away. Yeah, do you think he could have had another touch there and got a little bit closer? I'm not sure, actually. I didn't really see what was going on around him. Unlucky, though. First good play. Listen, the only thing I will say about today is it's cup football. You've just got to win, you know. Bed said, I really want Ethan to play in consistent games, then reevaluate his performances. Not fair he gets one shot and punished for it. Lewis-Skelly must be loaned. Yeah, that's what I was saying before we had that chance, actually. I'm concerned as to who's going to play left back against Chelsea. You know, I don't know who plays right wing for them. Is it Palmer or Estevao? I don't know, but... Come on, here's a chance. Ethan, his pass is blocked. Noni into Jesus, flicks it onto Martinelli. Communicate, man. Goes out for a goal kick. Jesus should have left that for Martinelli. You know, I'm not comfortable having Lewis-Skelly at left back at the Bridge on Wednesday. So if Nkapie and Calafiore aren't back, I think you might have to play Ben White right back and put Timber left back. Just go for experience and solidarity. Look at Yova like, oh yeah, I've earned my wages this week, set pieces. I'd maybe go Ben White right back, Gabriel Saliba at centre back, and Timber at left back, because I don't think you can play Skelly at the Bridge. Estevao, Neto, Palmer, they're all very direct. He looks like he can be got at badly at the moment. Marino tries to find Jesus, ends up going back to their goalkeeper. Can't trust Lewis-Skelly at left back. Not in a cup semi-final at the Bridge. I'm sorry, I can't. I like Skelly. I hope he has a solid game today in the end, but I'm not sure. Is that a throw-in? Yeah, Ben White. To be honest, Ben White doesn't look great either. You know, he's probably not fit. He hasn't played a lot. 33 minutes gone. In terms of our attack, if you looked at the whole... In front of Marino, if you looked at Eze, Nwaneri, Madueke, Martinelli, Jesus, Martinelli's played okay, scored a good goal, had that chance. Jesus, not playing well. Madueke, not playing well. Nwaneri's not playing well. Eze, he's hardly touched the ball. Not even in the game. Would you bring back Zinni? No chance. I don't think there's a recall clause. I saw somebody talking about that. I think Forest paid a fee, which means, you know, they've got him for the season. There's no recall. You don't want Zinchenko back. You just don't. These guys have got to step up, because there's a lot of players on the pitch today who are not in the Arsenal team at the moment. And you've got an opportunity to put pressure on the manager. Eze's meant to be putting pressure on Odegaard today. Good turn by Ethan. Just keep the ball, please. There we go. Come on, Eze, man. Please, a bit of speed. Here's Martinelli. Skelly on the overlap. Whips it in. Doesn't beat the first defender. Gets the rebound. Lays it into Skelly. The pass is short, and Portsmouth win a throw-in. The Provo manager. Oh, guys. Oh, guys. Listen, you know what? I'll be honest, Pete. If I was Arteta, I'd have a go at him at half time. I'd say, listen, you're winning the game, but don't think that performance is up to standard. I'd be turning around saying, don't bother knocking on my door trying to get back into this team if that's how you're going to perform. Just because they're a physical team, like, deal with that. Lewis-Skelly was a beast last season. Do you know what's crazy, people, right? And I've spoken about this before. You guys know this. It's out there. It's common knowledge. Real Madrid were genuinely interested in Lewis-Skelly in the summer. Real Madrid. Right now, if you loaned him out, he'd probably end up at a team in the bottom 5 in the Premier League. If you loaned him. Yeah, in the summer, Real Madrid were interested in him because his contract was short. He was on small wages. He didn't have a lot of time left on his deal. He played amazing at the Bernabeu. Man's turning down Real Madrid going, no, I'm all right. I'll sign a new deal at Arsenal. I'm going to start for England at the World Cup. I'm about to live the high life as a player. Oh, good play by Marino. Now, yeah, man, yeah, you'll end up at Scunthorpe. You know what I mean? Man's gone from the Bernabeu to Burnley. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. I don't know what's going on. Hey, hit the like, man. Oh, guys. Oh, guys. The most attacking set pieces in the world, guys. It's unbelievable. Set piece and an own goal. You just, hey. Jesus, by the way. I told you. Ain't the answer. Runs around, looks lively for 20 minutes. When he comes on, when Yoker has been body slamming centre-backs for 70 minutes and stone cold stunner in them, when he starts, this is the Jesus we've seen, unfortunately. Looks busy, doesn't do much. Not a lot of goal threat. Crazy to think Skelly started the Champions League semi-final last season, yeah. Yeah. Thoughts on Arsenal hiring a long throwing coach? I mean, they're minor details, aren't they? I'm not angry with it. It happens even in the lower leagues now. They're hiring guys for throw-ins, for corners. It's the way the game is nowadays. Minor details make a big difference. I'm not sure what a throwing coach actually would teach you, but if it helps, then it helps. Wasim said, see, expectation, pressure on us winning a major this season. If we go potless again, where does this leave Mikel? He won't get sacked, or does he walk? Good play. Here's Noni Madueke. Come on. Oh, great block. Good little back heel there by Jesus. The problem that we've got, Wasim, is the last 3 years has put more pressure on this season. You know what I mean? Every year that we haven't won the league, the expectations got bigger and bigger and bigger. I actually don't think Mikel would get sacked if we didn't win the league, because he's in a cup semi-final. We could make the final. He'll get to the last stages of the Champions League. I'd expect him to get through a few rounds of the FA Cup. I don't think the owners will be going, yeah, let's get him gone. I just don't. I think they're fully invested in him. The problem you've got with Arteta is, I believe, I could be wrong on this, I believe Arteta's got a year left on his contract, 18 months. He signed a new 3-year deal at the beginning of last season, so he's got a year and a half left on his deal. At the end of this season, they're probably going to go, okay, our manager's got a year left on his deal. That makes it difficult for us when we're trying to sign players and things like that, because players will be going, well, if you want to sign me, but you've got a year left on your deal, you might not be here in 12 months and the next manager might not want to play me. There's a break in play, by the way. The Portsmouth guy who blocked the shot is injured. So they're going to have a big decision to make in the summer. Now, obviously, if he wins the league, wins the Champions League, they're going to extend his contract. It's a no-brainer. They're going to keep him. And he should if he gets the Champions League or the Premier League. But if he doesn't win anything, then Josh, are you giving him a bigger contract after not winning when you have really, really backed him? You know, so I think it will be very interesting to see what happens, depending on what we win. I hope that's not a discussion. I know somebody said earlier in the chat, oh, you got an agenda again. I don't. I hope he wins everything this season, and everyone can call him a legend. What legends win big trophies? It's as simple as that, you know. I did see something earlier actually that I'll have a little discussion about at half time. Yeah, there we go. I got that ready. Well, about the general way that Arsenal is being ran and stuff. We'll talk about that at half time. We're only 5 minutes till half time. Man said Martinelli scored in solidarity for Bradley. That's crazy. Should have lifted his t-shirt, Connor Bradley on it. Leao is the left-wing version of Gyökeres. He probably would look like that under Arteta, but great ball in. Oh my days, Martinelli. How have you missed that? He's missed from 3 yards out and he's getting booed. Great ball in by Ben White. Oh, mate, he's hit the post from 2 yards out. You're lucky, mate, that we're playing Portsmouth because I'd be shouting at the... Oh, my days. That is horrendous. Arsenal fans should be booing him for the miss. Look, you can tell Arteta likes Martinelli. Look at him. He's like, oh, should go mad, guys, but I like Martinelli, guys. I'll just flick my Lego here. It looks lovely. If Ethan missed that, mate, he'd be arrested. Police would be walking on the pitch. Great ball in, by the way, from Ben White. Noni goes past him with ease. Penalty. Penalty to Arsenal. Noni Madueke wins a penalty for Arsenal. Cooks the left back. Brought down. Penalty given. Is he going to do a Chelsea? Oh, it's my penalty, guys. I'm taking it. I think he will take it. He's got the ball in. That's good play. Yeah, it's a penalty. Grabs him, pulls him back. Penalty to Arsenal. Step over, shifts him. Guy's grabbing him around the shoulder. Yeah, penalty. Definite pen. Much better play by him there. Arsenal have a chance to go 3-1 up. Show us the screen. I want to know who's taking it. Yeah, Noni's taking it. Noni is taking it. I'm surprised Jesus ain't taking it as the striker, but maybe they've just said, look, Noni, he won it. Let him take it. That was good play for him. No VAR, remember, at this stage in the FA Cup. Give it to Kepa. Man thinks it's FIFA. Man wants the goalkeeper running up. Noni Madueke to make it 3-1 for Arsenal, which will probably put the game beyond doubt. Quick run up. He's put it wide. Oh, my days. If I speak, I am suspended at least 6 months. I think we better leave it at that. What is the run-up all about? Man done the quick feet and then slowed down and put it wide. That sums him up. That sums him up, mate. I don't... That sums up Madueke as a player. Does great to win a pen. Then puts it wide. Whoopi Goldberg is well and truly back. Chelsea will be sitting there going, 50-odd million. Ah, dear. Honestly, man. No end product. You score that goal, you effectively almost end the game, right? They're not coming back from 3-1 down. Now you've given them all sorts of hope. What is that from Lewis-Skelly? Nearly played a through ball to them. I can't believe, honestly, how Eze is playing for Arsenal. It's like we've signed a different person. Slide in, Martinelli. Where you going, Noni? Pick the wrong pass, man. Rubbish. He ain't got no end product, that guy. I'm sorry. You can see why Chelsea got rid of him. Top managers ain't got that kind of patience. For that kind of player who's got talent but no end product. Look at Lewis. Oh, Skelly. Oh, God. Lewis. You are absolutely, mate. Honestly, you might as well book a hotel room. Because you might end up on loan as well. Gets out-muscled. by Rufus Brevitt lookalike. Drags him back, gets a yellow card. Man. Lewis-Skelly, it's a good job you signed a new contract, bro. Good job you signed a new deal so that you're financially secure for the future. Lord of mercy, what am I watching? Lacazette and Sherman, all is forgiven, come back. Yo, I'm telling you. Free kick to Portsmouth, whipped in. It's bouncing everywhere. Scrappy and Kepa collects it. If we go trophyless, Arteta has led us to miss out on 16 trophies in 4 years. Very consistent. Petition boy showing why he wasn't wanted. Listen, you know if Noni cost 25 million, 30 million even 35 million. Fabio Vieira money, right? You go, he's quick, early 20s, England international. 35 million's not the end of the world. It's a development program. It's a project. He costs 52 million, 150 grand a week. Nah. No. For 52 million, 150, he should be a lot better than this. Dribbles past people. That penalty just summed him up. Done the fast run up, then the slow run up, then put it wide. He sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. Dragged it wide. How about you hit the target first of all, mate? Curtis is only 21. Bro, I don't think he is 21, you know. I don't think he is, mate. He is 23. And he turns 24 in March. 2 months. He ain't that young, bro. He ain't that young. We're doing up Jesse Lingard again. Oh, he's only young. Yeah, but you do know Lingard's 32, don't you? Oh, I thought he was only 19. He's 24 in 2 months. What I would do to have a close, loud stadium, yeah, I miss Highbury, man. We had to move for the money. F said our attack is full of clowns, I swear down. He's had good moments and really bad moments. The FA Cup ball is different, not Noni's fault, bro. It spun too much. I can't lie, Marino is like Drake to Mike Kendrick, but he's balling right now. Props to him. First time I'll be honest with you, you make a good point. Marino's actually playing quite well in the 6. He's kept the ball well. He's played a couple of brilliant passes today as well. Oh, mate, we couldn't pass wind. We are absolutely dreadful today. What is that, Gabby? Look at Norgard. 27 pace on FIFA. The only Chelsea reject that worked out for us is Rice. That's harsh. But yeah, they got rid of him when he was young. This is what, like, oh. Lay off him, he's only 7. Oh, look at, oh, these man here, man. Honestly. Are you seeing that from Jay's? Oh, why does he not play that with his left foot? Why is he trying to flick that? It's a simple through ball. It's a simple through ball to Martinelli. Man's flicking it with his right foot. Half-time whistle goes. Oh, man. Honestly, people who tune in and go, yeah, we're winning 2-1. It's caught. That first half is a shambles. Some of our squad players are poor. Poor. I actually think Marino's been one of our best players. He's actually played well. Crazy, crazy half. Anyway, I actually think Marino's been one of our best players. Jesus, no. Couple of good flicks and touches, but no. Martinelli's done okay, but he's missed from 2 yards out. It should be game over. Would have. Honestly, I just, when I watch Arsenal's attack, right, there's a lack of maturity in it. Martinelli, it's like you don't know what, he scores a good flick on, then he misses from 2 yards out. Jesus looks great when he comes on for 20 minutes. Then he starts, you're like, oh, this is why we wanted a striker for years, because you're not good enough when you start. Noni Madueke, dribble past anybody, and then what's he doing at the end of it? That penalty run-ups, and then you miss. Eze, is Eze even on the pitch? Is Eze even on the pitch, genuinely? At the moment, I'm going to be talking about the Eze Tottenham hat-trick in 2029. You'll be in the comments going, Curtis, mate, Eze's been terrible for 3 years. I'll go, yeah, but that Tottenham hat-trick. You'll be like, what? Hey, that Tottenham hat-trick. Do you know what I mean? We'll have moved stadiums and all sorts probably by, yeah, but that Tottenham hat-trick. Oh, man. I don't, it's crazy. It's crazy how you can watch a player and think, wow, I'd love him to play for my team. Then he plays for your team and you go, what's gone wrong here? I don't know what's going on. Do you know what I mean? I don't get how, I thought Eze would be so good in this Arsenal team. He would give us something that we really lack. Creativity, individual brilliance, the ability to dribble the ball from midfield, long shots. I'm not seeing anything from it. I'm genuinely not seeing anything from him. Like, it's like you don't want the ball. Honestly, that's the main problem for me. I'd rather he was getting on the ball and losing it. He ain't even getting on the ball. Yeah, his body language looks poor. He looks like his confidence has gone. At Palace, I see him stroll around the pitch, chest out, shoulders back, give me the ball, the dreads are flowing. Now, man looks like T-Pain. Man's playing centre mid like T-Pain for Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Hey, last night's out, went to the club. That's how man's playing for us. Yeah, small fish in a big pond. I hear you with that. Peter, like, there's a level, isn't there? You know what I mean? There is a level. I hear what you're saying, give him time. But the problem is that this feels like the year we've got to win the league, which is why I think this year you're seeing a lot less patience with the new signings, Gyökeres, Eze, everyone's under scrutiny at the moment because people are going, yo, Liverpool 14 points behind us. United are still poor. The manager's gone. Tottenham are rubbish. Chelsea manager's gone. You know what I mean? It's like, this is the one. If we don't win the league and then Gyökeres bangs goals in next season, people will go, yeah, but we needed that last year. Do you know what I mean? Or Eze. So, and with Eze, he knows the league as well. So I think people thought he would adapt quicker. Listen, on one hand, we could quite easily be 4-1 up. Martinelli missed from 2 yards out, hit the post. It looked like it hit his studs and hit the post. I don't know how he missed. And Noni Madueke's missed a penalty. I mean, he does well to win the penalty, right? So the penalty run-up he does the quick one where you just do the quick feet. So I'm thinking he's going to do the quick feet and hit it. He does the quick feet. Then he slows down and does the walk-in run-up. Man's doing about 4 different run-ups. He's done that Harry Kane quick one. Then he's doing the stuttered one. And then he drags it wide. And I'm just looking at him like, what are you doing, mate? I remember this is the guy at Chelsea that was trying to have a fight with Palmer and all them lot to take the penalty. No, man, let me take the penalty, man. Me, man. And that's what you was fighting for, to take penalties like that. Rotted. I don't know what's going on. Got money And you know it. Take it out. People saying it's harsh. Listen, T-Pain was an elite artist before we realised it was all auto-tune, let's be honest. Then he disappeared. Best team in Europe, Merchants, real quiet. The squad, mate, the squad is under scrutiny at the moment. Crook said we are on to a win-win situation. Either we win trophies or Berta hands Arteta his P45. Keep the streams going, Big C. Love them. Big up, Crooks. Davo said Eze gone missing again doesn't make anything happen. Nah. Nope. He ain't done a damn thing. Listen, I said it in the week. If this Eze season continues, he ain't going to the World Cup. You know what I mean? Curtis, do you think Madueke can learn how to finish? You can, but or you can improve on it, definitely. But for the amount of money we paid for him, that's a big thing to not have in your game. I said it all the time. I said this in the summer. Madueke is not a terrible player, but we've overpaid for him. Do you know what I mean? If you got him for 35 mil, you go, it's not that much. And what I can't understand with Arsenal, right? Madueke cost about 30 million for Chelsea. He didn't exactly pull up trees at Chelsea. And we paid over 20 million more than what they paid for him. So that's too much money. Why are you giving them over 20 million pound profit for a player that didn't work when he was at Chelsea? He's on 50 grand a week at Chelsea. And again, he hasn't pulled up trees at Chelsea. I understand players to leave are going to get a bit of a pay rise. Why are you giving him 100 grand a week more than what he's on? For what? What's he done to justify coming to Arsenal for £100,000 a week more than what he's on? So I don't understand it. That deal baffles me. Every time we sign players from Chelsea, I sit there and I go, I don't understand the deal. I've got this conspiracy theory that I always joke about. You know, Arteta said, not Arteta, Wenger said we were going bankrupt, which was why we had to move to the Emirates. And I always used to say, I reckon Abramovich bailed us out. I reckon Abramovich went, there you go, there's $1 billion, but you're gonna need to do us some favours. Listen, mate, Havertz, we want him gone. You're gonna have to buy him and give us 65 mil. What? Yo, remember, I got you out of debt. You wouldn't even have a club. Okay, 65. Yeah, and he wants a pay rise. Okay, how much? 275. Oh, damn, go on then, do it. You saved us. Yeah, Willian, mate, you're going to have to take Willian. We ain't renewing his contract, and we got to get him a club. No, I don't even want him. All right, go on then. But his belly's hanging out. Oh, okay, we'll take him. Hello? Yeah, it's me again. Oh, no, please, no one else. Yeah, do you remember Raheem Sterling, Mikel? He did great for you and Pep at Man City, didn't he? Yeah, but that was 5 years ago. He's coming to you on loan. I've got a great idea for a video announcement as well. Oh, no, he's ringing me again. Who now? Peter Cech. Peter Cech. He's 75 years old. He'll do a job for you in goal for 6 months. Got a good head band as well, that head guard. You could sell them in the club shop. Go on then, we'll take him. No more though, please. Oh yeah, Jorginho's driving him over as well. Jorginho, he's 95 years of age. Yeah, but he gives great speeches in the dressing room. Oh. Yeah, you know the best left back in the world? Ashley Cole. No, you're not having him. I don't care. I don't care. We'll buy your scraps, but you are not taking our players. Oh, we are, mate. He's already at Stamford Bridge doing his medical. What? No wonder he was ignoring my calls all day. Yeah, we'll do a swap, though. All right, who are you giving us? Gallas, please. Not that crybaby. All right, we'll give you Yossi Benayoun on loan as well. Oh, no. What are they doing to us? Then this summer they went, right, one more. One more. We got to balance the books. We're over on PSR. All right, go on then. I'll take Esteval or Cole Palmer off you at least. All right, we'll take Caicedo. You ever seen a guy called Noni Madueke? Got great teeth, great headband. You could sell the headbands. You could even sell the teeth. Plastic teeth in the club shop. Little snappers with an Arsenal badge on them. Noni Madueke teeth. Noni Madueke headbands. 52 million. Oh, God. You got to give him 100 grand a week pay rise as well. He's been with Ruby Rose all summer, mate. She wants a Birkin bag and a Lamborghini. He's going to need more money. And he flies to America private jet every 3 weeks. Oh, God. Go on then, we'll take him. I don't even rate him. I'm telling you, we'll buy Mudryk next season. Once the drugs are out of his system, Mudryk to Arsenal, here we go. I'm telling you, left wing. You think we're going for Leao and Yildiz? We'll sign Mudryk for about 50 million. 200 grand a week. Anyway, that's my moment. 6,000 of you locked in. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Mudryk to Arsenal. Here we go. Total agreement between the two clubs. Eze gone missing again doesn't make anything happen. Do you think Madwit? No, I read those two already, Anna. Eze has switched with Jesus. The result is still Eze not touching the ball. Arteta's system is trash. Gyökeres is being scapegoated for this poor style. Hatim said, I've not heard you say Eze's name more than once this half. He's missing. Yeah, it was last seen in the Portsmouth area, getting off the Arsenal coach. I heard he's performing in a nightclub tonight in Portsmouth, a student night. T-Pain reunion. We need a Dubai trip. Marino masterclass. I think Marino's had one of his best games in midfield for Arsenal, to be honest. But the opposition ain't great. Homeland Security, sorry, but Eze, Noni, and Smelly are absolute arse. No, man, are calling him Smelly. That's horrible, man. That is horrible. Man, are calling him Lewis-Skelly. I don't like that. I don't like that, man. But yeah, his performances are not great. He's not great at all. He could get sent off today, by the way. He's been booked. Honestly, I've seen enough of Ethan for him to be ahead of Odegaard and Eze. He picks up the ball and powers forward. Gyökeres would thrive, and so would our team. Said it the other day, man. You cannot tell me that those guys are performing at a level that he can't even get on the bench. At least he gets on the ball and runs. How is every player poor? How is it every player is poor? The Arteta effect, said Ion. System. Eze too casual. It's annoying. Yep. Strolling around like he's Zinedine Zidane. AMSN, Kivior on the ball was very good. Gabriel is not that good on the ball. That's one thing Kivior had better over Gabriel. I really saw Kivior give the ball away. I've stood my ground the whole time, and I will continue to stand my ground. It doesn't matter who's better, by the way, out of these two players, because they're both our players. But I believe Saliba is still better than Gabriel. Because he's so good on the ball. You know, he's so good on the ball. I look at it like this, people, right? Players do not become bad players overnight. 5 months ago, Skelly was balling out at the Bernabeu, starting for England, signing a new contract to Arsenal. Not many games was he bad at left back. He had the odd bad game. 5 months later, he looks unfit, doesn't look confident, defending is poor. Certain players need to play all the time. And he's not playing all the time, you know. And his confidence looks gone. He doesn't look fit. Some players need to play to stay fit, to stay sharp. So I'm not going, oh, Lewis-Skelly's a bad player all of a sudden. But again, it's not working. Are they all bad players? Or is Lewis-Skelly a bad player now? Is Eze a bad player? Is Gyökeres a bad player? Are they all bad players? If they're all bad players, then what? Are we signing the wrong players, or is the manager not using them right? I think there's a bigger picture to it. Skelly is so bad, those close cameras don't help him. Man is saying he's carrying a bit. At least we can laugh at our attackers. No matter the tactics, our attack is embarrassing. Where is the pride, accountability, responsibility, and aggression? Big up, why always me? Gilbert said Martinelli doing better runs centrally than Gyökeres. I actually used to say, and I know Alfred always used to say on here, I would like to see Martinelli play up front, but it won't happen. Just seen Eze in the tunnel. Maybe he's just arrived from a sound check. Eze equals you've got a gift, but if you rely on your gift, you will fail. From the baseball film, The Natural. I like that from Fitz. You know what I mean? That experience, that knowledge. Mild Lewis-Skelly, says Jack. I don't like that, man. That one. Havertz cost more than Haaland. Oh, that's great. No, that makes me want to end the stream. Like, do you know that's one of them stats? Like, I knew it, but you saying it makes it sound crazy when I read that out. Havertz costs more than Haaland. I don't know. I don't even know how to deal with that. Do you know what it was with Haaland? He had that crazy release clause, but his signing on fee was through the roof, and he had the choice of every team in Europe. So it's not like we could have got him. But yeah, it's mental. Marino is about to get the Nuno Tavares treatment. You think that? No, I think Marino's played well today. Haaland was out of contract. No, I think didn't he have a year left, and they obviously activated the release clause. Skelly looks mad nervous. You know what it's like, man. When you play football every week, you just flow naturally. You're confident. When you're in and out of the team, you put more pressure on yourself. And he is young. I know we were joking about Mad Wakey, but Skelly is young. He's 19. You know what I mean? That was his breakthrough season. Mark says, big up, C. Thank you for the watch-alongs. You make these unbearable matches enjoyable. Thank you, brother. Jersey Mark. Big up, Jersey Mark. We are back underway. No, God, with a little shirt pull there. Gets away with it. Ethan wins a free kick. In the Arsenal half, Pepe offered more than Gyökeres. I mean, he's a winger, wasn't he? He was a winger, but I always thought Pepe was decent. Just, again, he's one of them wingers you don't want him to work too hard defensively. You want to keep his energy for his attacking play, but this game's still in the balance, by the way. I've noticed today, I don't know if you guys have noticed, Gabriel's gone long a lot more today. Don't usually see Gabriel just clipping the ball up to the striker like that. He's done it a few times today. No, I'm not watching the snooker. I'm not watching the snooker. I only used to really watch Ronnie O'Sullivan because he's entertaining. What do you think of Osimhen? I like Osimhen. He's a handful. He runs in behind. He's quick. He wins his headers, aggressive. He's a bit injury prone, but I would have gone for him over Gyökeres. I did say that, but his wages, I think he's on about 400 grand a week. How is Marino wearing the armband over Gabriel? Arteta gets on well with him, man. I've seen it on tour. They're clearly good friends. I mean, it's funny. Oh, that's not a bad ball. Come on. Good touch by Jesus. Play him in. Oh, it's blocked. Come on, Gabby, man. That's rubbish. He had a through ball on then. Portsmouth win the ball back. Plays it down the sides up against Ben. Oi! Hey, good tackle. That's a corner. What a man done the Ronaldo flick inside on Ben White. Was a good tackle though. I used to not rate Osimhen, but he's back. Yeah, he leads the line very well, Osimhen. I can't believe he ended up at Galatasaray. I always thought he was going to end up at Chelsea, especially when he used to talk about Drogba all the time. Jesus, it's done. Free kick, corner, to Portsmouth, whipped in. Bounces all the way across. Great block at the back post. Oh, my days. Ben White potentially saved us from conceding. Went all the way across. Volley at the back post. Fantastic block that is from Ben White. How are we letting it bounce all the way across? To be fair, it looks like he's hitting it straight at him, but that's a really good block. That's why I'd probably play him at Stamford Bridge on Wednesday. You rate Osimhen? Yeah, he's good, man. I think it's the wages. Apparently, he's a bit of a... He's got a big ego, you know. He seemed quite difficult at times to manage. I think you could get him from Galatasaray, though. I think he would want to leave if you went for him. Is that true about Tammy Abraham going to Villa? If you guys have been watching this show for a long time, when we were linked with Tammy when he was at Roma, when he was bagging goals. I always said I do not rate that guy at all. I used to say he's just a taller Eddie Nketiah. And yeah, it must be. He's trending. Arsenal are in. Great ball in. Yes, there we go. Martinelli has made it 3-1. Jesus whips it into the back post. Martinelli taps it in. 3-1 to Arsenal. Game over. Martinelli might end up with a hat-trick here. Good ball in by Jesus. I think that's a good way for Martinelli to sort of take the pressure off him of what's happened this week. Look at Skelly's ball there. Give him some credit. Takes the free kick quick. I tell you what, Gabby, that is an unbelievable cross. Give Skelly some credit. Look, quick free kick. Great ball. That cross from Jesus is outstanding. I always say about the low cross. Give Skelly a little bit of credit, man. You know what I mean? Game over. Great ball in by Jesus, and Martinelli scores another. Game over. Yeah, game over. No, in fact, let me not tweet game over. Let me not tweet another. Get clipped up if they come back. Yeah, Arsenal are trying to buy Tammy and Conor Gallagher. Martinelli should be a number 9, possibly. Portsmouth whipped in. Oh, it's flicked on. Goes out for it. No, he keeps it in, actually. Shows how important that Ben White block was. Forever gone up. We say it every week. Why do Arsenal not cross the ball low? We always float the ball in the air as if we've got some aerial monster who's going to head it in. We don't have. The low cross is so much more effective. I want to see Martinelli get a hat-trick. And I want us to score a couple more goals as well, by the way. Maybe Jesus could play out wide. Corner to Portsmouth. Jesus and Gyökeres. Look, I don't know if you guys watch Forever in the week. The argument we was having with Robbie is why not put Jesus up front with Gyökeres? Nah, you got to take him off. Bro, sometimes play with 2 strikers. Corner to Portsmouth. Oi, Kepa gets a good punch on it. Noni, this is when I do rate Noni. Look at that driving run. That's not a foul. Oh, he's done well to win that. I don't think you would have got the ball there anyway. I reckon if we get another goal, you'll see the changes coming on. Havertz will probably get 15 minutes at the end. I'd leave some of the lads off today. You know, I'd try not to bring Saka and those boys on. Jesus left wing, Gyökeres striker, Saka on the right. Maybe. I always remember that game against Man City at home. I think he played right wing against Vardy. He caused him all sorts of problems. Madwakey offside. West Ham 0-0 with QPR. I reckon Nuno's going to get the sack. They might end up getting knocked out. No, I told you, Martinelli slides in. No one could tell me he slipped that time. It must just be a thing that he does. I'm happy for him in a way, you know, Martinelli. I know Conor Bradley, it was horrible what happened to him. And I think Martinelli, you know, he needed to just sort of score to get the talking point off him so that it's not being talked about. Jesus does really well there and gets pushed over. Exaggerated the fall a lot there. I don't want to see Declan Rice and them man coming on in this game. Aye, Noni, that's wild. What a touch. Go on, Ethan. It's a foul. No, see, I like his driving runs. Takes it quickly. Here's Ben White. You're going to get clamped. No, referee pulls it back. Who would you bring off the bench here? I would bring Salmon on for Gabriel. Rest as many players as possible. We got Chelsea on Wednesday. Probably need one more goal for him to feel completely like comfortable. I would bring on. Do you know what? I wouldn't bring many of them on, actually. I don't really want Saka to come on. I don't want Timber. I don't want Rice. I'd bring on Salmon, Gyökeres, Havertz. I'd do that. I wouldn't bring anyone else on. I'd only make 3 changes. Leave the rest of them on. I don't want to see Rice. I don't want to see Saka. You could bring Odegaard on, maybe. But, oh, Man United Brighton tonight. That's another Prem team out as well. I feel a lot more comfortable with this result now. Yeah, West Ham's struggling, man. They might lose that. Salmon's a centre-back. Here's Skelly. Just put Skelly in midfield for 20 minutes. Give him a run. Give him a run, Chan. Give him a run. I've seen enough dance before. Ben White, it's not a bad ball in. Oh, it's cleared away. I suppose the problem you might have is the likes of Ben White. Does he actually have 90 minutes in the tank? Here's Skelly. We need... Come on, Skelly. Come on, Skelly. Oh, shot's blocked. Oh, unlucky. Good little 1-2, though. Well done. Ben White's having a good game. Rolls it in. Here's a chance. Oh, Madueke, is that a penalty? No, ref says no. Nah, he knows it's not a foul. Good. Yo, man, come on, man. Skelly's... Ethan's playing well there, man. He's doing more than Eze. I'm not even... Eze ain't even trying to make nothing happen. When Eze goes in the changing room, gets changed, they're like, look, just throw all the dirty kit on the floor. Eze throws his top on the floor. They must pick it up and go, mate, this one don't even need washing. Yeah, but I just wore it for 90 minutes. Bro, you ain't even broke a sweat. You can wear this on Wednesday when you're on the bench. Mansfield beating Sheffield United away. As they wake up, ref saw the last pen and said, I'm not putting you through that again. Well, I don't think he'd have been able to take it. What are the UK sentiment about Wrexham? They are big in the US for obvious reasons. What's happening here with Gabriel? What happened there with Gabriel? I don't know what. Look, he's still having it. They're giving him a bit of stick. I hope it's nothing more than just a bit of criticism. You know what I'm saying? Skelly could be Rice back up left 8. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Gyökeres for Jesus. Jesus has shown his old ways. Did you see him shouting at Lookman for not passing, even though Lookman gave him 2 assists in AFCON? We need that fire. Yeah, but can our changing room's very nice. Can they handle that fire? Can they handle that fire, you know? Was he taunting? I actually didn't see what happened. Sol Campbell's there. Former Arsenal and Portsmouth player. I think he won the FA Cup with Portsmouth. Obviously, he won the double with Arsenal. Come on, Eze. Oi. Ethan, go on, meg him. Oh, blocked. I honestly don't know if Eze's still on the pitch. I'm not even bantering. He might have been substituted. Come on. Oh, unlucky, Ethan. You'll never beat Sol Campbell. Corner to Arsenal. We'll probably score again. We'll probably score again, people. No, that's not handball, man. That's his shoulder, man. You've got to get Ethan in this squad. I'm sorry. I would not be loaning him out. And like I said, the story this morning is that he's turning down loan moves. At least he drives us forward. He puts the opposition on the back foot. Noni Madueke in, swinging corner, ball whipped in, flicked on at the near post. It goes out for a goal kick. Wasn't a great cross. Martinelli won the flick on again. He's on a hat-trick. Yeah, Ethan's too good to go on loan, man. I'm sorry. Nah, you can if you want. Oh, yeah, where he needs to stay. And I think you get more joy in the Prem as well. Portsmouth win the ball back, ball whipped out wide. Oh, Ben White puts it out for a corner. To be fair, the game is not over. Ball whipped in for Portsmouth. Whee, a bit of a wrestling match there. We got away with it. We got away with it. Managed to clear it. I actually think Skelly could be the one that more ends up on loan out of the two of them because he doesn't look fit. He just does not look fit at all, which is crazy. But some players get like that, you know. There's certain players, like I say, they need to play every week. If you're on the bench and you play the odd game, because he looks way off it. I cannot believe what's happening with Eze. Honestly, I just can't believe what I'm watching. But something is not right with him. It's crazy. The two signings that we made in the summer that you thought they're going to transform this attack, Eze and Gyökeres, they're going to end up both just sitting on the bench. I mean, as I said, it shows how good our squad is, but it's also strange because they were the two headline acts of the summer. That's £130 million worth of players. And at the moment, you can't even make a case for Eze getting in the team. Genuinely haven't seen him touch the ball in the second half. I'm not even joking. His lack of hunger to get on the ball is frightening. Oh, he did get on the ball there and put it out for a throw-in. Crazy. Palace fans tried to... Bro, I said it. When we signed him, a guy who runs a Crystal Palace channel, he sent me a long message. He was like, look, big up to you guys. I know you're happy with Eze. He said he's a baller, but he said, honestly, you are going to have a lot of frustrating afternoons watching him play. I said, why? He goes, because he has games where he just strolls around the pitch. He said he'd get away with it at Palace. He won't get away with it at Arsenal. I went, well, you know, we'll take that for the amount of quality that he's got. All shot by Portsmouth blocked. But, yeah, I don't know. As long as we're winning, I suppose that's what I keep saying. The collective's more important than the individual. If Eze and Gyökeres don't have a good season and we win the league, hey, Ben White just got megged and pushed the guy over. That's probably a yellow card, isn't it? I don't think he got booked for that. Look at this dirty nutmeg. Ed White, hold that. And just pushed him to the floor. Woo! To be fair, that's what you got to do. A man nutmegs you like that, you got to wipe him out, mate. You ain't running past me and getting the ball. Hey, this comment sums up everything, right? This is what you call Stockholm syndrome, right? Jay Slime said, why am I looking forward to seeing Kai Havertz back in the team? Yeah, that's what happens at Arsenal, right? You have a player, you don't want them because they're not good enough. You replace them, the replacement does worse, so you end up liking the player that you didn't want in the first place. So now we're like, yo, man, Havertz is back though, isn't he? Yo, Man are messaging me, yo, have you seen Havertz is in the squad? I'm like, bro, you've been messaging me for 2 years saying sell this fraud. But that's what they do. That's how they get you. What we've been hearing for the last 3 weeks, oh, Jesus, man, Jesus. Jesus ain't going to win you a title up front. But the one thing I would, well done, Ethan, by the way. Come on, keep the ball now, please. Yes, come on, Eze, do something. No, it's not good enough, man. Ethan's played better than Eze today by far as well. He's strolling through the game, man. He just jogs around the pitch. Well done, Ben White. Good play. Yeah, honestly, I think player ratings, Eze will have the lowest out of all the Arsenal team. I'm like, when I think about it, I'm looking at the whole team now. He's had the worst game. He's done nothing. Oh, my days. Ball given away. Portsmouth, shot blocked, goes out for a corner. Eze hasn't been good since Tottenham. He must still dream about the hat-trick. Who's that? That better not be. Oh, Timber, Havertz and Odegaard. Would not be bringing Timber on. But then Ben White probably ain't got 90 in the tank. Kai Havertz is back, guys. I might stand up and applaud him. That's how bad we've been since. No, I'm joking. Move the ball. That's a hell of a ball. Come on, Noni. Who played that ball to Noni then? Pass the ball. Pass the ball. Oh, Marino, love that. Jesus. Chops. No, man, you're taking too long, bro. I'm telling you now, Marino's balled out today quietly. Skelly whips it in, and that is awful. In fact, he's in competition with Eze for the worst performance. I think Eze's actually been worse. Oh, Ben White, that is going to be a booking, and that's why he's coming off. He's actually played all right, Ben White, though, but he's not fully fit. Havertz is back, guys. Get your 29 printed on your shirt. Oh, my days. It's crazy. Killer Kai Havertz. Jesus probably. Eze and Ben White, I would expect, unless he takes Skelly off. Jesus, 67 minutes, mid. Starts, and I see the same performance that I saw for 2 or 3 years, to be honest. Some good little touches, though, I'll give him that. Havertz is back. I don't know whether to boo him or applaud him. No, I'm joking. Havertz been out since August. Ben White comes off. I didn't think he'd have 90 minutes in the tank. I actually think Ben White's played well. Oh, no, man. You've just ruined it. No, you didn't do that. He's took Ethan off, man. What are you doing? Man said, all right, mate, your tag's beeping. Back to jail. What are you doing? How are you dragging Ethan in? Oh, no, man, I'm sorry. There you go. What are you doing, mate? He's been one of our better players. I knew it. The tag's beeping. I said, why are you taking me off? No, you got to be in before the police come for you. Back to Arteta jail. Go home for your porridge. That is wild how Ethan's getting dragged. I'm sorry, mate. That's mental. That is absolutely, that's crazy. That is favoritism. He should have took Eze off. I don't care if Eze cost 65 million, mate. He ain't done nothing. Commentator said Odegaard's never won an FA Cup game. If that's real, that's unbelievable. It probably is, but I think we've only won like 3 FA Cup games. Yeah, he heard Akon, man, steady trying to find a motive. You know, AirPod Albert was like, yo, Akon's just come on. He's like, oh, yeah, that reminds me. Let's lock him up again. Put him in handcuffs and take him. Get him out of here. Martinelli's still getting booed, although the boos are a bit more quiet this time. Oh, Marino, oi, unlucky, man. If Marino could play like this in the Prem, he'd be an absolute baller. Because I'm telling you, his passing today, I know that pass didn't get there. There's Havertz. Good ball. There's a chance. Noni, pass, you greedy little thing. So greedy. So greedy, man. Trying to make up for the penalty. What a ball from Havertz. He's what? Nah, I'm not going to say it. Bro, Martinelli's there unmarked on his hat-trick. You're shifting it on your right foot. Oh, that's greedy, man. That is greedy. Martinelli's got an easy goal there. Yeah, you like Madueke, innit? You just get excited by the little skills and that. His end product's weak, man. Oh, another goal though. Madueke assist, Martinelli hat-trick. Yeah, well done for winning the corner, Nonny. I've always rated you, mate. Martinelli hattie, you know. Jeez. Martinelli hat-trick. Shall I tweet after mashing up Bradley? Nah, I can't tweet that. Madueke like, yo, put the boot there. Now I can say game done. Bare flick-ons. These men can't defend from set pieces. What's the score? 4-1. He's scored the same goal. Across the front post. That's a FIFA goal. Fair play, Martinelli. I like that. Man said in homage to Bradley. Yeah, it's crazy. 4-1. Game done. I think we can score another couple, you know. These lot are terrible defensively. I'm glad we've scored a few more goals because if it was like 2-1, you're looking at it going, you've stumbled over the line. See, now I'd be giving Gyökeres 15, 20 minutes. Their defence is wide open. He desperately needs a goal. Put him up front. He probably won't come on. Martinelli in the Cups. Hat-trick in the first round for the Prem clubs in the FA Cup. And he's got 5 in 5 in the Champions League. Yeah, in the Prem, I think he's got 1 goal. Has he got 1 Premier League goal? He's going to end up having a good season in all competition. He's got 1 goal in the Prem, 3 in the FA Cup, and 5 in the Champions League. 5 in 5 Champions League games, Martinelli. So he's got 9 goals in all comps. Ancelotti ain't calling him. Well, I don't know, because the thing is, they've made the squads bigger for this World Cup. I think you can take like 26 players or 25 players. Obviously, he's going to take like Rafinha, Rodrigo, Vinicius as the... He might take Martinelli as the 4th winger. He does get in the squad sometimes. Havertz with the pre-assist. I can't lie, it was a good link-up play, man. People say the art of a good coach. Art is good coach, but good players don't want to be coached. Only mediocre ones look good in his system. That's an interesting description. Martinelli again. Drills it across. Oh, I thought Eze was going to get that. Havertz is not a real striker. He's more of a link player, isn't he? Marino, great ball. Yes. Oh, unlucky. Good little flick. Goes out for a corner. I'll be honest, we've battered them second half. We showed levels. Just couldn't wait for Havertz. Well, you know, let's be real. No matter what we think. Aye, Salmon's coming on. No matter what we think, it's not like the strikers have been balling out for us. I think Gabriel's going to come off. Gyökeres, are you watching movement, says Space Jam. Another corner, we'll probably score again. Madueke whips it in. Oh, flicked away. That one was a bit more power on it. It's the near post one that seems to be destroying them. Alfred said, horrible, horrible decision. I don't care if Eze is playing bad or even Ethan. Take Ben White off and put Norgard there. No reason for Odegaard or Timber. to get or on or risking them getting hurt with this schedule. I think the problem is I don't think Ben. Yeah, I know what you're saying. We could have gone for a back three and left the midfielders on. Gabriel off. Young Salmon. I think he's 16 years of age. Coming on for Arsenal. Marley Salmon. 16 years of age. Gabriel coming off. Glad to see him coming off. He's holding his head. I think he took a whack to the face. But we need all our players ready for Wednesday, man. Chelsea, semi-final, Carabao. Big up Mohammed, man. He's gifted the 20 memberships. Big up your damn self. The W is in the bag. Mama said, your client Gyökeres is finished. Kai is back and cooking. Havertz, Jesus, Marino are free strikers. Get your Kaku out of my club in the summer. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you, right? You guys know me. I'm honest, man. I don't ignore things that are just obvious, right? I might cap a little bit, but then Havertz getting the ball there, turning and playing that through ball, it made me realise, like, I've been starved of link-up play from our striker for weeks. I haven't seen Gyökeres play a ball like that in 4 months. But then that was never his quality, was it? Let's be honest. Havertz's going to end up being our striker. It's just no doubt about it. Once he's fit. Jesus, nah. I think Jesus is an impact player. And I think Gyökeres will end up being the impact player. I think Havertz, because of his movement and link-up play, he just knows the system better. You know? He'll end up being the starting striker. He understands the system better than Gyökeres. I always go back to that interview that Vincent Kompany did when they signed Jerome Boateng at Man City. He was like, Jerome Boateng was a top centre-back. But him and Kompany didn't have a good partnership. They didn't read each other's game well. They signed Joleon Lescott from Everton, who Lescott ain't as good as Boateng, and they won the title, and they had a great centre-back partnership together because it's just all about how you connect with your team and stuff. So, good save by Kepa, shot from a tight angle. Goes out for a corner to Portsmouth. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Just under 6,000 of you tuned in. Make sure you hit the like button. Big up the Twitch gang as well. Hype the video up afterwards as well. I don't know what we're on for the like count. We should be on at, come on, 1.5k. That's nasty work, man. That's nasty work. We're 4-1 up. We should be on at least 3,000 likes. Glock is like Giroud. I don't know if he is, you know. I don't know if he is. Giroud had exceptional hold-up play and link-up play. He just wasn't a prolific goal scorer, you know. Hey, what a tackle by Salmon. I suppose I should say a joke about fish, but I think I'll leave it. The ball's out wide. Ball whipped in. Don't concede. Edge of the box. That's terrible. That is terrible. I said at the start of the game, there's no way Portsmouth can press like this for a long time. They were going crazy, and that's why we struggled at the start. Well, he's got to trust people. If we're short of defensive options. Genuinely don't understand why Josh Nichols ain't in the squad today. Been on tour. Plays right back. He's older than Salmon. Not on the bench. Odegaard's like the Energizer Bunny. Bit energy, but nothing happening. That's his game, innit? But then Eze's like, I don't know what Eze's doing. Yo, Mansfield are beating Sheffield United 3-1 at Sheffield United's ground. Yeah, I love that celebration, you know. Thanks for the membership, my peoples. Bless up Curtis Cruz in the community, says Dud Pistachio. Big up, man. Big up to Mohammed for gifting. Victor's through ball to Trossard against Burnley. Oh, that was good. But I feel like post-Burnley, I don't know who that is. Pre-Burnley, Gyökeres was starting to play well. Post-Burnley, I don't know what happened to him. You're taking the over or under on 7 games until... I'd say under. I'd say under. I reckon Havertz, probably 2 or 3 games Maybe 3 games. And he starts, and then he ain't coming out the team. I'm just thinking now what's interesting, right? Semi-final against Chelsea. Who is going to start up front? Jesus started today, played average. Couple good link-ups and touches, but no real goal threat. You've got Gyökeres who ain't scoring, and you've got Havertz, but Havertz's been out for 6 months, so I don't think he's fit enough to start yet. So who's he going to play up front? You've also got this. We know he loves Trossard, but Martinelli's just scored a hat-trick. So who plays left wing against Chelsea? Because it's a bit harsh to drop Martinelli after he scores a hat-trick. But then Trossard has been rested today so that he starts on Wednesday, you would think. And then Marino's had a really good game in midfield. So then does he put Marino? He's got a lot of question marks to answer on. That's a good ball. Is Eze? Oh, saved. You know, when you look at Eze, it looks like he doesn't look the same person. He looks like he's doubting himself. The smile's not there as much. Martinelli's coming off. Still getting booed, but he got the hat-trick. First hat-trick. I'm happy for him. Listen, it's... Take the heat off him, you know. Yeah, that's a good, but you could play Trossard left, Martinelli up front. I don't think he'll do that, though. He has, hasn't he? Eze's lost his smile, man. He don't look happy. That's where Eze thrives, edge of the box here. He needs to get on the ball more. Zubimendi on for Martinelli. So Gyökeres ain't going to get a run out. I think you could have used this as an opportunity to get him a goal. But then the fact he's not bringing him on is he's going to start him at Stamford Bridge. Maybe he's going to start Gyökeres on Wednesday. Oh, good job. Martinelli's off. He'll be pushing him off the pitch. You know what I mean? Just took him off. Portsmouth player looks like he's done his hamstring. Yeah, there you go. Right there. Hamstring popped. Well, he's off the pitch anyway, so Martinelli wouldn't. Hey, we were all thinking it, people. Come on. Come on. You might say it's harsh. We're all thinking it. Martinelli would have been body slamming him off the pitch. Stop time wasting. My hamstring snapped. Now get off the pitch. Shouldn't joke, but yeah. Anyway. How does Eze get dropped after a hat-trick at Spurs? Well, that hat-trick's only going to last for so long, isn't it? He's been playing hide and seek ever since. Too soon? Okay, my bad. Nelly should be man of the match. Yeah, he will. He'll get man of the match. Scored a hattie, bro. He's got to get man of the match. Do you know what? Marino's had a very good game in midfield, but because of the opposition, you would expect him to have a good game. So, what time is the kickoff? 7 o'clock. Yeah, I might do that, you know. Barca, Real, Watchalong. It's just too big a game, innit? I might do it. I just want to, and I think Mbappe's in the squad as well. I think he'll start. So all the big hitters are playing. It's in Saudi, isn't it? Oh, here's a chance. Havertz. Oh, shots blocked. Eze, come on, you. Oh, ref, give us a shameless penalty. He's desperate. There's no VAR either, so he ain't going to get it. Goes out for a corner. Eze went to volley. He seemed to get clattered as he hit it. I don't know if the guy won the ball. Havertz's shot was blocked. Great block. Comes out to Eze. I just thought he's going to volley. Oh, thanks a lot, mate. Yeah, cut the replay off as we're about to watch it. What are we doing here? Wasim, this is funny, you know. He said, Big C's we might do it means we won't see him again until tomorrow's match review. No, I think I will. I might do it. No, listen, that's I do want to watch that game. Mansfield has scored again. Battering Sheffield United. Anito said, can I get a birthday shout out? How have we played? Happy birthday to you. We've played well second half. First half, we were mid. Got the job done. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. Eze's like a 5-year-old Rumba vacuum. Bristles worn out. Just wandering around the house. Oh, my days. 3 weeks before fans are Havertz out. Short memories yet, says Random. Corner whipped in, headed away. Hatim said, if we win the league, own goal needs a statue outside the stadium. Yep. David, you watching Barca Real? Listen, if you're a football fan of any kind, you have to watch that game. Eze got dropped after not tracking Matty Cash's goal. Yeah, Arteta would have despised that. Arteta missed the train. Remember, for years I said Nelly was... I said it earlier, Alfred. I actually mentioned you. For years I said Nelly was the striker in the team. None of his goals come from the wing, all in the striker position. There is an interview of R9 saying Nelly moves like him. Well, maybe Ronaldo was drunk at the time. Maybe he'd been at Brazil Carnival. But yeah, he don't move like him. But yeah, I respect it. Anything R9 says, I'll give it a listen because he's my favourite player ever. But yeah, I don't think he moves like it. Maybe he moves like him now because R9 don't look like he moves great now. But the R9 back then, no. No. Ronaldinho said that too. You never know. Maybe Martinelli's paying these guys. Listen, how can I get in the Brazil squad? Well, R9, Ronaldinho, you know, what are they doing? I'm on 180 grand a week. I'll split a week's wages, give them 90 grand each. Just go in an interview and say that I play like you. That'll get me in the squad. Why didn't Ethan get 90? Nah, man. He had to, his tag was going off. He's got to go back to jail. Arteta prison. The Arteta penitentiary, people. You know what I mean? Doctor's not in the chat room, man. Yeah, you don't like that one about how... Curtis, are you watching Baller League final? No, and no. I ain't watching it. We'll watch the end of this. And then... Classico. He paid Klopp as well to say he was generational. No, I ain't watching Baller League final, bro. No chance. Who do you think's going to win tonight? Madrid or... Probably Madrid. It's hard with Madrid because they've got better individuals, but I think collectively they're maybe not as good a team as Barca, but they've got better players than Barca. So it's whether the individual kicks in or the collective. I think Ferran Torres has been playing up front for Barca. I've never really rated Ferran Torres. Is that not a pen? No, ref says no. Rafinha and Lamine are obviously the key for Barcelona. But Real's team is so good. I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one. Real's front line doesn't really defend either, so it exposes them defensively. So, yeah, it's actually a tough one to call. Fran's been balling. Yeah, honestly, I heard because Lewa has been benched for him. And obviously Rashford doesn't get a start either. Martinelli's won man of the match. He was talking about when Nelly first came in. He said his runs and movement remind him of him when Emery was playing him striker. I thought it had to be from that time, you know. So it definitely ain't from... Big C was at Pit for Baller League, so a bit disgruntled. Yeah, but you're on them, lot. I ain't watching that. Ah, dear. Saka would cook under Hansi Flick. Yeah, he would because he plays a high line, so you don't have to defend as much. You don't see Lamine like sprinting back to defend the way you see Saka doing it. So he'd probably score more goals. Yeah, Havertz just won a flick on. People are, oh my God, he won a flick on. Does Odegaard ever commit to a challenge? I think his biggest challenge is how much snot he can get out of his nose. That's the only challenge that I see Odegaard do. He ain't going into no 50-50, that's for sure. 3 Brazilian Gabbies on the bench. Come on. Slide him, Odegaard. Oh, my days. Again, he goes, hey, here we go. Noni clips it in. Oh, I think Odegaard should have played the ball the other way. Oh, Zubby, that's horrible. People, honestly, watch this back here. I'm telling you, Odegaard picks the wrong ball. There's the ball. There's the ball. Look at where he should just play it through that gap in it. Look what this guy does. What is that, man? Please. What is that serious? I can't believe people compared that guy to Mesut Ozil. The guy doesn't even see the right ball as a creative midfielder. Right in front of you, bro. Pass the ball, Odegaard. Pass the ball. Straight through ball, press triangle. He's in. Man's playing a diagonal ball to Havertz, running away from goal. Odegaard needs Jockey Plus on FIFA. That's all he does, man. Dun, 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 dun. Man's doing up in between us again. Oh, Havertz, heavy touch. The dream's over. Man literally picks the more difficult pass. Arsenal's best players today. I think Ben White's had a solid game. Marino's done really well in midfield. That's a better ball. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Marino's had a good game. That was unlucky. Martinelli, obviously, scored a hat-trick, man. You know what I mean? Score a hattie, you've played well. This is the football. Chelsea on Wednesday, people, now, is the focus. Carabao Cup semi-final, first leg at Stamford Bridge. Caicedo suspended. We got to go for them. Well done, Salmon. Well done. 16 years of age there. Wins the ball back. Good composure. Come on, Eze. Something. An assist. Run, please. They won't even need to wash his kit. He's barely broke a sweat. Come on. Honestly, does he ever run? I don't think he ever runs. I would love to watch him in training just sprint. What a ball that is. Oh, he's offside. Havertz. It's all going downhill, people. You know what I mean? We're going back. We've restored factory settings on the phone. All the apps have gone. We're back to normal. Havertz comes back. You'll be like, yeah, Havertz back. Then he'll miss a sit. You go, get that donkey out. That's how it's going to go. I guarantee it. Havertz will come back. Oh, look at the link-up play and the movement. Oh, this is why we needed Havertz. Then he'll miss a sitter from 5 yards. You can get that donkey. He's rubbish. Yeah, that's how it's going to go. Ranieri did play well. First half, a bit quiet. Second half, he got into the game and then gets dragged off. Odegaard is always... Odegaard and Havertz are best friends at the club. He was at his wedding. That's why he thought, you know what? I'll play my bestie in. Oh, guys. Ball whipped in. Havertz. There we go. He's back. Oh, guys. And it's a full-time whistle. The game's over. Odegaard, snifty scent. I don't know what kind of nick. Oh, because of the snot. Snifty scent. No, that's mad. Oh, my days. Space Invader settings. Yeah, the crisps are back, people. You know what I mean? Oh, the way he attacks space. He controlled it nicely and mishit it straight at the defender. But listen, the game's done. 4-1 to Arsenal. We're through to the next round. Apparently West Ham have gone 1-0 up. Somerville. 1-0. Wow, Sheffield United back to 4-3. Mansfield crumbling. Did Ty score? I don't think he's playing. Yeah, he is playing. Obviously, Tyrese Campbell, Kevin Campbell's son, he plays for Sheffield United. He's playing at the moment, actually. I might turn over and watch a bit. What channel is it on? I thought it was on TV. Maybe, I don't know where it is. I thought it was on TNT as well. Maybe you got to press the red button or something. I can't be bothered to search. It's a disgrace. They scored at all. Yeah, we started the game terrible. I can't lie. We started the game really poor, but we got the job done. Listen, I'm not gonna criticize the team too much. It was a poor goal to concede, but they did what they needed to do afterwards. You know, a few worrying performances. Thought Lewis-Skelly again looks off the pace. Eze not doing enough. Noni Madueke's end product needs to be better. I know he got assists from the corners, but during the game, sometimes the decision making, and obviously he missed the penalty, but at least he's lively. But, you know, he hasn't done enough, in my opinion, to put pressure on Saka. Saka's going to walk back into the team. Martinelli gets a hat-trick. Now, my question to everybody is, what does Arteta do on Wednesday? Chelsea, first round of the semi-final. How do you drop Martinelli after a hat-trick? But then Trossard has been left out of the squad today with Saliba to keep him fresh for Wednesday. Could you play Martinelli up front and Trossard on the left? Do you start Martinelli over Trossard because he scored a hat-trick? Or does he just continue with his plan and go, listen, I was going to play Trossard left. I'm not going to change it because you scored a hat-trick against the Championship team. So there's a lot of decisions to make there. Remember, they got Reece James, unless... The only thing is there, you said James will lock up Nelly. Because Caicedo's out, he might play Reece James in midfield and put Gusto at right back if he's fit. And then the other question is, who do we play up front? Havertz probably not fit enough to start yet. Jesus wasn't great, but then Gyökeres hasn't been playing great. So who do we play? Who do we play? That's a good point, actually. When is the fourth round draw? When is the draw? FA Cup draw. I know Liverpool play tomorrow against Barnsley, I think. Oh, it's tomorrow. The FA Cup draw will be tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. UK time. Yeah, so, yeah, FA Cup. We'll probably... I'll be back for that. What time are Liverpool? Yeah, we might try and do a watch-along for that. Or we'll do a reaction video to it. Gyökeres doesn't even control the ball, said Muddy. You could say his touch is a bit muddy as well, isn't it? You know what I mean? Co said, come on, you Gunners. I cannot wait until we click. We will be unstoppable. Love the stream. Shout out from South Africa. Listen, I'm going to round up. Let me stop the timer, actually. I think today, overall, it's positive. Do you know what I mean? That first 5 minutes, you know, I was about to crash out 1-0 down against a team relegated, well, in a relegation battle in the Championship. I think in the end we've just done what we needed to do. Thought Marino played really well in midfield, which is something I never say for Arsenal. He controlled the game for us. Thought Ben White was solid, although he got booked after getting nutmegged. I thought Waneri got much better in the second half. Them driving runs. Noni, okay, let's look at the positive. You got an assist. I think he got 2 assists from the corners. And he's cooking defenders, but he's got to improve that end product. If you want to go to that next level, wingers, you take on the fullback, then you score or get an assist. He's got to add that to his game. And now we understand why they didn't want him to take that penalty at Chelsea last year when they was all fighting each other, because he misses it. Martinelli, listen, he's had a lot of criticism this week, and he was getting booed today. He got a hat-trick. That might take some of the pressure off him. Jesus had some nice touches, but it's just not the answer. You know, the answer to our striker situation might not be at the club. But obviously, between now and the end of the season, we're going to have to... I think we're going to get into a situation between now and the end of the season where we're going to end up rotating strikers. I don't think Jesus will hold that shirt all season. I don't think Gyökeres will. I don't think Havertz will. I don't think Marino will. I think it will be a case of this game requires this, so we're going to play him. I think Havertz will end up being the main one because Arteta loves him. But I think there'll be a lot of rotation with the strikers. I don't think any of them have done enough to say it's going to be me. But I think Havertz, once he's fit, I think Arteta will go with him just because he likes him. But it'll be interesting who starts against Chelsea in the week. Man of the match, Gabriel Martinelli, hat-trick. Maybe Martinelli's just one of them cup players, you know. Bangs goals in the cups, because you find in cup competitions, the opposition go for it a little bit more and you get more space to score goals. He did an interview the other week where he was sort of saying how difficult it was to play against low blocks. And I thought, yeah, that's because you haven't learned to deal with minimal space, but you get more space in the cup competition. So, listen, if Arsenal had money available now, I'd go and get a striker now, but it's just not It's just not feasible. We've got 3 strikers on 200 grand a week or more. They're not going to add a 4th one to that until they get rid of one. Listen, as I said, cup competition football is just about getting through. Disappointed we conceded a goal. We started off slow. Skelly didn't play great, particularly in the first half. Norgard's not a centre-back. Kepa probably should have done better when he palmed it out. But we dealt with them in the end, and we got the job done. 4-1 win. Hat-trick for Martinelli, and an own goal, people. And set pieces and own goals, FC, back to fruition. Another question is, who do we play at left-back against Chelsea on Wednesday? Because I'll be honest with you, I would not be playing Lewis-Skelly at left-back at the Bridge. I think you've got to play Ben White right-back and put Timber at left-back if Calafiori or Nkapie are not fit. So, yeah, it is what it is. But listen, we got the job done. Well done to the team. FA Cup draws tomorrow at 6:30. I'll put a reaction video out shortly. And, yeah, hopefully we'll be back with the El Clasico watch-along. That's at 7. If it would be, I don't do much build-up. It would be like 6:45. Keep the notification bell on. Space Jam said, Odegaard's 50-50s, 1-0, snifty. Yeah. Yeah, you lot. Yeah, as I say, you ever meet Odegaard, shake his hand. Nothing but, don't shake his hand, I would say. Nothing but negative commentary on Martinelli. I might have just picked him up. He got a hat-trick, unless you're on about the commentators during the game. Odegaard and Eze, good combination. Maybe you could try it at home against a less dominant team, and then maybe, you see more from them. But yeah, big up to everyone locked in. Hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll